Hey, well, glad you could join us here. We just going to give you the full bracket all the way going through the top 8 and then possibly into the top 4 as you saw from EVO 2022. So I'm the one and only Team Khris, back at it on commentary, joined here by Psychoblue.
What is up, everyone? It is I, Psychoblue, conductor of the High Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag Capcom versus SNK2. I am thrilled to help present this along with the wonderful commentator Team Khris. We will do our best to match the excitement that will unfold before you on the screen that you are watching on in whatever format you may so choose.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this game absolutely hypes itself. There's no doubt. It was just amazing just going out there at EVO. First thing you got to bring up is that there was a 64-man bracket at this legendary tournament. So really great stuff. I mean, how much of EVO was dedicated to casual play as well as the retro games. I felt like it was more than ever in full force. So here we got the first match. We got Cookie going on there. Ooh, level 3 block, but yeah, no punish there. That is safe on block, hence the Soul Blade. Got a little bit of those short hops in the form of a forward dash.
I do believe that Cammy player is Trophy Club. Am I mistaken?
I believe so, yes. And the vice player is Cookie, East Coast legend.
I remember playing Cookie in Third Strike in my first EVO, and I'd gotten a bit of a streak up to that point, but Cookie taught me I had a long way to go, and I will always remember that beatdown that Cookie gave me.
Cookie is a very unique player, too. I mean, ever since I witnessed and did commentary for her Vice, which got into the top 8 of Defend the North 2019. Just all around solid stuff. And you're seeing it here how it just rolls out the corner. That ratio 2, not much damage there. Almost had that with the neutral jump. What a parry.
Something that makes these pool matches so intriguing that you'll see a lot of characters you don't see often in high-level CvS2. Most people know of Cammy, of Hondas, Sagats, Bisons, Blancas, characters like that. But characters like Vice aren't seen quite as often. So in these pools matches, you'll probably be seeing a lot of characters you won't see often, which what makes EVO so exciting. You see not just variety of playstyle, variety of characters as well, depending on which level you're at. And in pools, you start to have all those different character specialists whittled down to see who's the best of the lot.
That's what I love to see. I mean, especially you hit it on the head. You're going to see a lot of Dictator. You're going to see some Claw. You're definitely going to see some Blanca in A-Groove format. And, of course, I mean, we got Boss in the house, and we all know what his team... But he's trying new characters, too. So, I mean, like, look out for that Yamazaki, which he can bring out. But exactly as you mentioned, like, no one's here really using Vice. Vice has some very strong tactics. You could see the sleeve game just got that good reach. What a whiff punish, though. See that with the stand forward there by Trophy Man? I mean, that brings us in. Why Sagat? Why are we going to see lots of Sagat in almost in every single fight with Sagat? I mean, there's buttons.
Something that is really unique about CvS2 compared to other Capcom games of this particular type is just how powerful normals are. Street Fighter has always been known as a game where a focus on the buttons takes priority over specials at times, but probably none more so than Capcom SNK2. Normals are so strong that it makes the game more accessible than you'd think, just based on the fact how strong buttons are with no specials needed at times.
For sure. That's why this game is considered to have the purest form of neutral out of all the retro and modern fighting games. And just the way that you could control footage with the normals, and not just that, but air normals, jumping attacks there, ooh, close sweep right there. I mean, being able to punish moves with moves, finding the correct spacing there, it takes a huge priority. I mean, and on the surface of it, it is a very high execution game. I mean, a lot of supers. You got those old school motions with double half circle backs. And I was a KOF player in high school, but then I learned stick afterward and did learn KOF on stick. So I can't do the S and K motion that you see in KOF on the joysticks. But still, I absolutely hate that motion, and I do not want that motion to ever come into a Capcom game. That's just my personal bias. But definitely, and likewise, you're also seeing some other characters as well that Cookie uses. Morgan as well. Morgan, according to Bucktooth's FAQ and other old school verbiage of CvS2, like, Morgan is really good with Endgroove. They make Endgroove is actually the way to play Morgan as close to her VSAV style. And of course, King. I mean, King is considered one of the bottom 3 characters in the game. I mean, I know I've seen King do some cooking, especially Japanese Kings doing some cooking with A Groove, but N Groove King, I mean, that's... You think it's a little too KOF?
I'm really happy to see what Trophy Club is using right here. Not just Bison, who is very common, but Rolento and Kyo, 2 characters you don't see often in addition to King and Vice. So, as I said, this is a situation where early on in the tournament, you will see characters you won't see high-level play of too often, outside of the CvS2 Japanese arcade tournaments, maybe. And I think Rolento is really underrated as a character as a whole in CvS2.
High-tier character, for sure. I mean, Vice has just got lucky twice. That activation could have got a guard break and would have done the same amount of damage around there, but that dropping that super at the end gave it a little bit of lease on life. But as you mentioned, Rolento has amazing buttons. And you know what else I like about this game?
Let's hear it.
Rolento not having EX moves. There, I said it.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I do remember playing a lot of Rolento when I was a kid because he was a pole fighter and he had the Rekkas that gave you those free 11-hit combos.
Oh, he's a masterpiece of a character. Like, if you know how to use him in Alpha 2. I was denied top 8 in Alpha 2 by Rolento, so I understand. I mean, like, he's got a lot of finesse, but a lot of brutality as well. But good on Cookie there, just playing very defensively. Got those 3 stocks up as well, avoiding the activation.
So, Kyo, another character that you don't see much of. Most will agree he was much stronger in CvS1, but I think Kyo still has some cool tools in CvS2. What I really like about this game is how he is a combination of Kyo and classic Kyo. He has not only the Rekkas, but he also has the up kicks.
Yeah, it seems like he's got moves from KOF 95, minus that was the only KOF where he has a projectile, and it just looks so awkward seeing him with a projectile. But yeah, he's got those up kicks, DP motion that's like very quintessential of classic. And of course, this is like the 95-98 Orochi Saga outfit of Kyo. Like, I'm more of a 2000s with the jeans and the jacket, but I mean, I love a guy who rocks a headband and street clothes. You know, it's absolutely dope. I think he's awesome in this character. It's just compared to his KOF 98 iteration, he comes off a little more sluggish.
What I'm really curious about is how he will use, how about Trophy by the way, how he will use these Rekkas to help take advantage of the guard gauge. I think because Kyo's offense can continue so much, especially with A Groove using the Rekkas, that he could chip away guard meter very quickly.
Yeah, and you've seen a lot of those normals, like there's offensive crouch, medium kick, gets that activation there, yep, using again that down forward, drop the juggle, but gets another one, yep, and that connects. I mean, not bad of a conversion for Trophy Club, especially since he has a 2-character advantage.
Alrighty, so right now Cookie is down to the last character. We'll see if Morgan has what it takes to make it happen. And Groove Morgan, very powerful thanks to access to the Vampire Savior dash. Those short jet hops. So
yeah, because it counts as a run. That flight counts as if it's running from an SNK groove. It's the weirdest thing.
So even though Morgan does have a fireball in the DP, I'm sure most are aware that this is not a character you can treat as a Shoto.
No, she got a better version of the Raging Demon that you can do in the air and combo into. And Cookie is definitely looking at it with those 3 stocks. I mean, every guide to Morgan says that having access to that level 3 is a beautiful thing.
Right
and
now,
we're going to see it in action.
Right now, Trophy Club has full access to the A Groove, and here comes Dictator. Dictator is looking to paint the fence and use Morgan as his canvas. We will see if there's a chance. Morgan has very low health, so Cookie cannot afford to be careless.
Yeah, only had to do a few strokes there of the brush to get that first point there. Brilliantly done, as you mentioned. A Groove Dictator is definitely a damaging machine. He is relentless, probably the most oppressive dictator in terms of damage. I mean, he can put a hurt on you in Super Turbo as well, especially with his access to getting stuns. But in this game, that A Groove in particular, just carry it off to the corner and just Benjamin Moore it. So Cookie's got a character change here, bringing in Mai, another character we don't see often. I think Mai is a very solid upper mid-tier character, especially if you know some of her pressure, which Cookie is very well versed in. So looking forward to see that character come out.
All right, so we're going to start off once more with Vice on point and Rolento on point on Trophy's end. Vice, a grappler, and a very unique one at that. But we're going to see a lot of these rapid kicks to chip away at guard gauge once more, and Rice will push her way in and try to get some throws on top of it.
Yeah, and you're seeing the movement of jumps here going on from Trophy Club's Relento. Great roll underneath there.
Those rapid kicks also make Vice a fantastic battery due to how meter builds this game.
Yep.
So,
and you saw Cookie just being able to build up, because Engrow's got a really huge meter to build up, those 3 balls, and then to get that activation, which gives you a damage boost, and the only way you could access level 3. It's not the most accessible of the 6 grooves. Oh, wow, yeah, rolled and whiff punish.
Caught him with the Ranas, but unfortunately, pop A groove on Wake Up, and that is the end of Vice. Valiant effort, though. Look how much stock that was built up by Vice before she went down.
Yeah, that's good battery, so I'm not really going to look at that as an L from Cookie's perspective, especially if she could do a good job with what she can build from Mai. But shout-outs to Trophy Club going coast to coast. I mean, unlike Crisscross, he caught the bus, huh?
All right, but we'll see. I bet today Relento just made jump anyway. Man, I think
That's another thing.
There's going to be a lot of jumping right now.
That's another thing Cookie is capitalizing on pretty well, is rolling through some of those buttons there and then using the invincibility frames to be able to just be at advantage.
Crossing under is a good option, especially when Relento likes to go airborne with those hops.
And the rolls aren't getting punished. They're out of the range to get thrown for Trophy Club to do the throw. Okay, activates against the anti-air. Good jump there, but he's not even going to gets the guard break at the end, but that is not what you want to get out of the A groove.
Look, he needs to figure out something about the fall. Oh, there we go. About to say about
nice
the fall into a 1-3 hole. Absolutely.
Yeah, on the diving attack, he just had the guts to do the stand strong on reaction. Like, hey, baby, this is Evo. Hey, so
you said it best. Chris Cross will make you jump, but there's anti-airs waiting for you if you do.
One really good button here, aside from the sweep, which Cookie is using pretty well to kind of space out Kyo's access to strong buttons and trying to get a guard break with the Rekka. But I really like my stand fierce. It's one of my favorite buttons in the game. I
like Trophy challenging that wall dive into the B dive. That's so high up in the air, it's hard to see what Mai's doing when she's that high up in the air. So trying to challenge it with a high DP is not the worst idea. I think he was trying to detect something there, but didn't get anything.
Yeah, I'm liking the chase game too. I mean, as evidence. Oh, that was the hit grab. It was missed. That was unsafe though. No punish from Cookie.
So it is a 1-2 hole that Cookie faces. Let's see if Morgan has what it takes. I think Kyo, though, has a lot of tools to stop all this jet nonsense between the DP, between crouching heavy punch, between the up kicks. A lot of tools that Kyo can use to stop Morgan's pressure forward starts.
That was so clutch. That turns the tide. What you saw right there, that jumping attack negating 50% of the A groove, because that A groove is the one thing that would have brought Morgan's health down to equivalent of Kyo, given a full 2-character advantage.
All right, so right now, Kyo still has a little bit of a chance. Even though the life bar says mostly Morgan, again, her health is almost non-existent. Kyo just needs one solid hit, but chances are quickly running out. And if Morgan can take it now,
stand roundhouse.
If Morgan take it now, it'll almost be a tie game.
Yeah, Morgan's got those buttons that are so nice. Oh, misses the chain there, going from the low jab to the low strong, but still uses the low strong as a poke. That is a thing. That is Darkstalkers for you. And here we are, evens it up. That was really good round on Cookie, and gets what I would say is a pretty generous amount of health back.
We talk about those veteran instincts. Cookie has that in spades.
Yeah, one thing Cookie is looking for, I think, and what I would do in this matchup is try to go after. Get by the. Oh no, I can't say anything now. Oh, he dropped the brush. He dropped the brush, Psychoblue.
Oh,
and
no.
then DP against the scissors.
All that paint
rock
pooling on the ground.
Again, negating 2 activations there from Cookie. Level 3, nope, nobody home. But still, caught the Dictator chasing. Dictator's looking greedy there.
Dictator's got DP. We can do Shoto stuff too, even though she's not a Shoto. I still got some wannabe tools. Work just as well in that situation.
Yeah, just shutting down the approach. You can see Trophy Club opening himself up a little bit there. Ooh, my heart gasped. I thought Trophy hit a button. Thought he hit a button.
You saw.
Yep.
Wanted to throw.
He's walking right into it.
All right, time to paint that bench. One last chance. Got the cross up. Here we go. Oh no, too far away.
Oh,
DP.
The scissors are too short.
Cookie moves forward. What a thriller. I thought maybe Bison had it there after catching Morgan with the A groove activated, but no, the scissors does not reach that far, and because those scissors are dropped, Morgan picked it right back up, slicing Bison in half with a wake-up DP.
Oh, incredible. Trophy Club played very solid with the movement, had more command of the buttons and the pressure, but I believe the turning point was missing out on that activation with Kyo, which really could have done a lot of damage. Missing out on that marked a very significant turning point in the matchup, in my opinion, because from there you could see Trophy Club was just more and more chasing, pursuing, and Cookie's just like, okay, I just need to do everything but block. Like, I got some DPs on deck. I'll even throw out the level 3s randomly. They didn't hit, but they're safe. Nothing to lose there. So, wow, good on Cookie with the composure to make it through.
Absolutely. Next up is going to be JC Exclusive and Pimpbot 9000.
I thought it was Pimp My Bot 9000, but just back it up. It's, yeah, so Pimpbot 9000 using Hibiki. So, definitely, you're going to see some JDs versus parrying here. So,
I am really excited to see that. K-Groove has dominated the meta for some time now, working as a bit like a Netsu or V-Trigger for those in the newer Persuasion. Get hit enough times and you get that attack boost. Rage mode if you're a Tekken head.
Oh, and the JD definitely comes in handy. It extends the meter as well, builds the meter without taking damages. Hibiki got some really favorable trades there.
Don't you regain life too when you just defend?
Yes, a sliver though. I mean, like, unless you're like unless you JD like 4 or 5 hits in a row, like you'll get a significant amount of health. But usually, it's like it's not like a healing factor or anything like that.
For those who aren't aware, again,
it's not like Helena in Street Fighter 3. So,
assuming you are new to the world of CvS2, each groove is based on a different game from either company. The C groove is based on Alpha. The A groove is based on the Alpha 2 and the Alpha 3 V-ism, and the P groove is based on mix between Super Turbo and Street Fighter 3. S groove is the older KOFs, N groove is the quote-unquote newer KOFs from 97, 98, and the K groove is more of a Samurai Showdown Garo hybrid.
yeah, you could use both S and N groove in KOF 98. The S groove is the extra mode, but that's the one that involves manual charging, as inspired by Art of Fighting. K groove, there's also mechanics from different games, such as the JD comes from Garo, Mark of the Wolves. That's where the JD is, and as Pimpbot just brilliantly using it there as a pretty much like an air parry to go air to air and get that and take out that character and leave it to Blanca. So there's a lot of weird mechanics. Like, for instance, P groove has the KOF style short hop, but that's in reference to the universal overhead. I want to point out that that Onakage over on the Team Spooky stream pointed that out, so I'm not just stealing that tech and making it as my own.
What a cross up off that Blanca ball. That Blanca ball got
using those
stuffed.
short hops.
Woo!
Those short hops are good, and all meterless too. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so the P groove builds the slowest, and you only get one level 3 with it, and it's the weakest of all of the level 3 supers. Like, if you're going to do level 3 with N, K, or C, then or S, it's going to be P groove's going to do your lowest damage. But K groove Geese is an institution. Don't sleep on this. Good command grab there.
Geese may be an institution, but Blanca is looking to break out. He has a full stock of meter, and Blanca, this is probably the strongest Blanca in history of his existence. However, as you said, Geese institution, and Blanca's going right back in his cell for game 1. Pit My Bot moves up 1-0.
One thing that inspires my curiosity as well is using P groove with charge characters. I mean, I know there's charge characters in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, such as Remy, and Alex is a hybrid of a charge character. But the thing is like, just the fact that parrying negates charge. And so, but it's very, very unique to see how Guile can function, and in that case, Blanca can function with the P groove. But yeah, I'm curious to see how it continues to play out.
Look at that color from Vega. We got Fallen Vega in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I love Vega with the pale skin.
Vega might have the best color palette in this whole game, pound for pound.
Yeah, definitely, and especially it looks amazing with the wind pose
That was nice.
when the snake pops out like Randy Orton and Riddle's entrance.
Did you see that he got the parry into the Scarlet Terror? We talked about that charge factor earlier. He got it right there.
Yeah, that is not the easiest of execution there. I mean, you got to have that charge active and then time the end of the motion with the parry of the attack. I mean, JC exclusive is like, that's, and you can just see with the button taps and all that, like he knows, he's well versed in getting those timings, like the special cancel at the end of a parry. It's amazing.
But that's why having a short hop on the K-Groove side is going to be so essential for Pimpbot to mix up JC. Otherwise, he can down back and then time his parry to how they're jumping based on the trajectory of their jumps. Oh, too far away!
Oh, the nobody home. The claw reaches for nothing.
So close, though. If you wait a little bit longer, that might have actually hit.
Yeah, stand roundhouse there, looking good. So K-Groove's a good meter as well to lay him out with. You're going to get a whole bunch of JDs in there. You got very generous recovery and health. So let's see what Rock could do to honor thy father.
Rock's another character.
Geesewit on the other end.
Rock's another character who slept on. Solid mid-tier, but he has his moments.
He does. Definitely has his mix-ups with K-Groove. Definitely has access to it really, like, because, I mean, this is his house. Like, he plays from Garo. Oh, no, the command grab. Nobody home. I guess didn't catch him on the meaty there. Might have had some recovery frames that still had to go through. But yeah, try to do that running shift. So he's got like a command run similar to Guy. It could either stop short, it could teleport to the other side, or it could go for an overhead punch. What he tried to do was get to the other side with the command grab. Nobody home, and then exclusive just using the right buttons. But yo, we saw Pimpbot laying down some Geese pimp slaps.
Well, for
He does
now,
damage.
Geese is going to have to get a 2-for-1 deal going. Last time that he came in, Blanca was already the last person standing on exclusive side. Now he's got to go through two characters.
Yeah, and that Rapukin gets the job done, but with the 8:05 on the timer, my man's going to have a full stick of butter.
All right, so...
Almost. Okay, we're between the E's.
We said earlier about Blanca and just how powerful he is. There are some matchups he can just horriball for free. Geese is not one of them. Geese has a lot of ways to stop that horriball like that.
Predictable.
Absolutely.
Man,
Oh,
he
look at
slapped
this.
that like Matumbo, and then there's the big slam that does a lot of damage.
Like Hogan and
All that,
Andre just bringing it down.
Yeah, and all of that in one stock of the K-Groove. Once that expired, just had Blanca with a little sliver of health there, and just what a dominant showing from the anchor in both rounds. I mean, he cleaned it up like Master Splinter on the rooftop at the end of the first Turtles movie. Like, come on, I'm gonna get the Splinter off the roof.
I appreciate you
I'm
shouting
dating
out
myself
Splinter.
out here.
Because you know what I work on outside of CvS2.
Indeed, indeed. So we got, of course, that is your territory. So we got a good one here with Cookie versus Vodka Gobalski.
This is going to be Sakabato.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was reading through. Okay, yeah, yes, this is Sakabato going up against Vodka Gobalski. Okay, yeah, I didn't recognize there on the left side. This should be a good one.
Circling back to what Pimp was doing. People underestimate, and again, if you don't know CvS2, Pimpbot, in terms of tiers, was absolutely an underdog in that matchup. Blanca is top tier, Cammy is top, Vega is up there as well. You're going to be seeing a lot of Blanca throughout this tournament because Blanca is so powerful. I said earlier, this is most likely the strongest Blanca has ever been. There are some matchups he can just shut down for free unless you use the mechanics that are offered to you, such as parries, just defends, or more character-specific counters like what Geese has.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. He's just destroying not just health bars, but guard bars as well. Guile flinched for a moment, and suddenly he couldn't breathe anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, just spacing it out, not getting any more of that K-Groove boost out there, which makes Guile very dangerous. Just all around good neutral and control of the X-axis there by Vodka's Blanca. Now, interesting here, Vodka Golbowski is the name of Zangief in the beta version of Street Fighter 2. They changed his name, and this guy is very, very good with Zangief. He's won the Alpha 2 tournament at CEO 2022. Also does extremely well in Super Turbo, but he does it with Zangief, but here's looks like got a Honda instead.
Unfortunately, Blanca was caught swinging. Crouching heavy punch, a fantastic move in this game. Also,
yeah, that was a great read there by Sakamoto.
We got C Groove. Man, okay. If you have a role in Capcom versus SNK 2, there is a glitch you can exploit to make your moves have added and greatly extended vulnerability. That makes moves like electricity, Honda hands, cannon drills extremely powerful.
Don't forget the Blanca Ball, too. Really makes it a nightmare. I mean, there's other things you can roll cancel, such as Chun-Li's lightning legs, which really makes it problematic, but you get more invincibility than you should ever be allowed in a fighting game.
And
that's why the Xbox version took it out. The Xbox version sucks.
It's a real shame that the EO update didn't make it to the arcades. I do think it has potential for something great.
Yeah, I played it too much in high school. I'm a purist. I want my millionaire fighting.
Understood. So we're gonna have some money coming down as here comes Chun-Li. You mentioned those lightning legs. This is Vegas after all. Let's see if she can do what needs to be done to hit the jackpot.
Yeah, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sagat has nerfs in CvS2 EO.
Sagat, in many people's eyes, if it's not Blanca, it's Sagat for best character, and that crouching heavy punch a big reason why.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's better than any version it ever needs to be. In Street Fighter V, it's pretty. I mean, the definitive patch makes it pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I want to keep it simple because there's just some weird changes, like in the Saturn version with Alpha 2 Gold. You got, oh, does he get the chip? Yes, he does.
Wow, I was waiting for something to happen, but yeah, not every groove has a bust out that you could get out of that. I think N groove has one, C groove definitely has one, but I think K groove, if you're in that situation, you're pretty much stuck there.
You got a JD. You got a JD, your only way out. I mean, pretty much there. But yeah, you're mentioning the counterattack option, which is inspired by Street Fighter Alpha and exists in KOF 98. Both C Groove and N Groove specialize in having that, and it's so useful in this game. It really is. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, I mean, like having the spinning bird kick give you an advantage like that, especially with a guard break meter. It's like, ugh.
And that's a big reason why Sagat and Blanca are so powerful. Their normals take up not just a lot of damage, but a lot of block meter as well. And they can do it from a distance where opponents can't easily strike back.
Wow, caught him on the backside of the electricity. Definitely the jumping around like House of Pain. Listen to in reverse. But yeah, exactly as you mentioned there, you saw that Sakamoto just blocked about 3 pokes there, and already he was staring at half of a guard meter. I mean, that's just terrifying.
Cammy needs to do something, or she'll be packing it up pretty quick.
Yeah, anti-airs with the sweep. This game definitely has trip guard as a thing. So if you commit to the air doing a normal attack, you can be punished upon landing. But if you empty jump, you will successfully be able to block. It's kind of a compromise between the old school Street Fighter 2, where there was no trip guard upon landing, and some of the more modern fighting games, which lets you land safely.
So far, Blanca has done a good job defending the skies, but that has come to an end. Cammy is jumping around now. Unfortunately, Blanca came to win, and battling him is a sin indeed, as Cammy is finding out in a most painful way.
Yeah, my man's just taking his time with his food. No connection on the links, though. Just getting some of the lights there. No drills coming out, trying to keep up that dive kick pressure. But Vodka's like, nah, I can sit there. I can hold that for a bit.
I can see.
Now he reverses the corner pressure. Good patience.
Vodka and Blanc in particular have so many answers at their disposal. You see how that crouching heavy punch has a higher hitbox than an 09er may be used to? That's one. There's also stand heavy kick, and there's even just horror ball, not just the vertiball, but the horror ball is also great as an anti-air in this game.
Yeah, and also the timing, the correct timing and spacing of the jumping medium kick. Oh, we just saw the roll cancel there. You just see how it went through Sagat's tiger shots there. That's the reason
Rainbow
why.
ball, okay.
Not a glitch in the game. Yeah, Rainbow Ball's got some shenanigans to it as well, but Blanca's got a whole bunch of other stuff in his bag of tricks as well that we could talk all day about. Not to mention the neutral jump fierce, which basically works like a dragon punch.
He also has one of the best supers in the game when it comes to damage and utility matched with the meter cost.
Oh, and if he hits it right now, I mean, he's going to punch his ticket to the next round.
Jumping around it does. All right, C4 of those just defends. However, this was a
great
steep climb.
JVs.
Even Sagat survives. This is looking like an OCV. All right, there we go. Finest KO.
Oh.
Don't see that every day. Sagat survives, but it's a long way up.
Yeah, he was checking him with those low shorts there, and it's very easy confirming of the Tiger Raid. I used to hit that in 7th grade, so I know it's easy. You just got to mash out any of those kicks.
It's a good old hot foot.
All right, that did some pretty decent chip damage there. And Vodka's going to hold on to another level 1. Chun-Li's Hoyoku-sen is so good as level 1 super. You see how it comes near the chip kill? Level 1 super should not be able to do that.
This is looking almost impossible for Sagat. Chun-Li is under no pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, Chun-Li is really good in this matchup. Like, Chun-Li definitely has very good control of the ground, and yeah, just gets that trade and takes it.
Chun-Li going for a handshake, and Sagat just crumples in shame. Good stuff to Vodka.
Yeah, very good win. Going up, advancing over to the winner's quarterfinal.
Next up is going to be, from the looks of it, Manny Fresh and Attila. Pat from my area, the DMV, and we are about to ride like the Undertaker into battle. As they set up, I would like to give shout-outs to Windy Man, who recorded this footage for us. There were, from what I understand, a number of internet difficulties throughout the Vortex Gallery Friday, which necessitated that we record matches through this. For those of you who are wondering where it was as billed on Bassett's channel, that did not happen. However, we're recording it now. Windy Man made a huge save to get this footage for us. And as you can see, it does not disappoint thus far.
No, definitely getting some good CvS2 content from top talent. And Pat Van Pelt's been on an absolute tear through the United States in the last few years. I mean, recently, I know he's an OG player as well. I want to give respect to that. But you see, he's gotten multiple top 3 placements across every major in the United States, and just continuing to just do work here with the C Groove Honda. What a link there.
Iori is getting suffocated right now.
He's going to plunk his way into a perfect.
Nary a scratch. And you're going to need that big health pool, because as time goes on, how much health you get diminishes. So having a full health pool to start a round puts your opponent in a really bad situation. Good cross-up. So something else Pat's going to do, you see Pat has C-Groove. He will drown you in all those roll cancel invincibility we talked about earlier. RC hands, just devastating. Devastating.
From the stand roundhouse, and then cancels the level 2 super into the stand fierce to get that extra damage for the kill, and he's basically unscathed. I mean, this is looking like a brand new Honda.
Sagat has a long way to go, but if you do it unto me, I can do it unto you. You notice that Manny also has C-Groove. We will see if those RCs come into play. Can't even DP.
We just saw it. We just saw it as an anti-projectile tactic there.
Man, we're getting like
that
low
short butt slam was so good. Ooh.
Devastation.
Again.
Already at guard break.
That roll super right through that stand roundhouse. Fearless by Pat there.
And again with the sumo smash. RC hands. This is hopeless right now.
Real close to that OCV, and that whiff punish with the headbutt. That's what makes Honda such a dangerous character in this game. Is just how good that headbutt just dominates the neutral.
It's very much like Blanca. The RC headbutt and the RC hands. You can sub that out with the RC horror ball and the RC electricity. It just decimates everything in its path. And with the invincibility frames, it's like having a better version of a DP.
Exactly. You want to be really careful throwing out those tiger shots there. Want to rely more on those normals out there. Respect the pressure and not just give it away there. Manny Fresh making some adjustments here. He's bringing out Iori.
Iori's a character that is a ton of fun in this game. I know he has a cult
I love
following.
him. I love his.
He has a cult
I love his
following for
normals.
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah, I
also
love
has
his
some-
normals. I love his low short and how easy it is to confirm into the mated master super. His sweep was something that appealed to me a lot as a kid. His stand roundhouse, also one of the better ones in the game.
His confirms are some of the best. I mean, they go on forever, like 6-hit, 7-hit combos.
Oh yeah, and especially like you get in the early days of fighting games, to like the golden age of fighting games, to get something that gets as much corner carry as that Rekka does. But here we saw that it just went nowhere. I mean, if anything, not even building up 2 meters of super, because normally people look at Iori as a battery character.
Well, Iori did manage to build a lot of meter for Hibiki. Unfortunately, it does not look like it's going to be used much. This is a situation where I want to see more alpha counter from Hibiki if she is caught in those hands. This is one
Yeah,
situation...
Manny's lucky.
Yeah,
Lucky to avoid the guard break there.
This is one situation where you don't want to have Honda drowning you in block stun.
Yeah, and as soon as it opened up, that stand roundhouse just paved the way for the level 1 for the kill. Now Manny's winner's bracket run here is on the line with this level 2 Sagat.
All right, Sagat
This time the Honda's got less health than before, but
how do you like this?
not much.
How do you like that old school Tampa Buccaneers color that Sagat has?
Well, you know, I'm always a fan of Sagat's basketball shorts combinations. I like them dark, you know, like a black shorts with the gray trim. I don't know which combination that is. That's usually the one I rock. But this one's not too bad.
I am all about...
But you don't want to block too much here.
I am all about Street Fighter 2 Sagat. Go Raptors.
Oh, yeah. Sweeps from both
There
sides.
we go. Finally. Alpha counter. But what are you doing? Bust out. Just rolling in like Fred Durst. So because of the way rolls work, you can only roll forward, but that means you can move forward while still holding a charge. That's exactly what Pat caught Manny with. Good stuff to Attila, a.k.a. Pat, repping the DMV, moving forward 2-0 in dominating fashion.
For sure. That's what makes him like an absolute beast, is just being able to time things correctly with the openings. But as you saw, like, it's like he handles the Tiger like with Siegfried and Roy precision. Well, I mean that reference didn't.
It's
that
Vegas.
reference didn't age well.
It's
but,
Vegas after all, but yeah, we
but he knows what the Tiger wants. He knows when the Tiger wants to shoot, when the Tiger wants to throw some fierceness out on the table there. He knows, and that Honda is able to work it against him, and that's what I love.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, Google it. For those that do, we do not advocate what they were doing to those poor animals. And speaking of animals, it is time to get wild, because Sagat is back up, this time on point with Amoth, and Windy Man, our wondrous recorder, is up with Kyo, Maki, and Hibiki. I don't see Maki at all, so I'm excited about...
Yeah, Maki's a rare character, and recently she got in some conversation on Twitter because people are seeing that Kimberly just... the newly announced character in Street Fighter 6 doesn't just have guys moves, but it also has a few shades of Maki as well.
That Maki 720, appreciate Capcom for reminding people that move exists, because it's such a cool move, just going up and up and up.
Oh, it sure is. Good anti-air with the low strong there. Windy Man got some really good use of the normals here. Winning most of the neutral there. Good roll through and punish.
Wonderful stuff. Running out of time to get that level 3 off. Just lets it burn out, but no worries. Oh, wake up DP. The 5-hit uppercut.
Yeah, I love the reverse DP kick. That, oh yeah, take the trade. Great range there on the quarter circle forward, fierce punch. Windy Man very well aware of the range of that, and exactly, it will trade with fireballs. How deceptive.
All right, so Cammy's went for a deep hit. Nobody was home. Why is that?
He delayed the second hit of the wreck there. Good stuff on Windy there to catch a little bit of mashing through the frame trap.
Kyo and Windy really want those low kicks to catch Cammy while she's swinging. Does have a good hit. Oh, rolling through. That was that roll kicks right there. Got those Rekkas and a punish, but not much of one.
Psychoblue, I want to point out that that's the hard Rekka too. I mean, that's the quarter circle forward fierce, half circle back punch, and forward fierce punch. I mean, that's the one that gets the most damage and the most rewards. So I gotta award Wendy with some very good execution cookies there.
Absolutely, Wendy has earned them. And we talk about cookies. Right now, he's looking to dunk it and duck Blanca.
Yeah, the fierce punch Rekka, and you saw, wow, great trade with the down fierce in the air.
There we go. That was pretty much the Kobayashi Maru right there. It would either been a chip out or it would have been damage.
Yeah, and he had nothing to lose there getting that super.
All right, here comes Maki. It's still like, all right, so Maki has Lariat like Zangief. Another cool thing about her. However, when she does, I think she takes damage too, doesn't she? Like Hagar does?
I don't know specifically. I don't know much about Maki. It's probably one of the least I Bushin Ryu with, but good use of the dive kick there. And I want to see some of these run cancels happen.
All the pages with the life bar might have been someone else I'm thinking about. No worries. There you go.
Yeah, Maki. Oh yeah, gets that. That's a dunk. That counts as a Bushin dunk, right?
That does. We talked about cookies, just dunking it. However, this Oreo seems to be a more unique flavor, a more Brazilian flavor, because now it is time to be welcome to the jungle, and we will see if those fun and games are enough to take down a full health Hibiki.
Oh, empty jump low into those chains. That was his Windy Man off to an excellent start there, and then just auto corrects it with the low fierce. Just godlike.
Ultimately, the character's advantage was too much to overcome. Windy Man is up 1-0, but it was looking like we had ourselves a match with what Ahmad was doing with Blanca.
Yeah, let's see what adjustments Ahmad's going to make here.
I hope I didn't imagine Maki losing health off Lariat. Maybe I just think of Cody's Beat Steel 1. Oh well. We're having some skipping issues though, so bear with us.
Ahmad with a very strong first round there with some hooligans and some dive kicks. That's what I was able to see there. And yeah, Maki's got such a weird looking Bushin flip. I mean, like, even the dunk is weird that I had to do a double take to see, but evens it up there with some good spacing control, winning of the neutral there. Let's see how she does against Ahmad's Sagat.
I did like how Cammy tried to use anti-air to stop those Bushin run overheads. Ooh. You saw Windy go for the dunk contest one. So Maki has a diving attack, kind of like Alex's down heavy punch, but it counts as a hit grab.
This game has a ton of hit grabs.
It does, and that's kind of unique
more than you would see in a normal Capcom game.
Oh, we got it. There we go. The Kimberly attack, the 720, stopped right in front of Sagat and took him for a ride. But this is not Marvel. This is CvS2. And right now, Windy has a 2-1 character lead. One more character down will put Windy in the next round of bracket. There's one dive right there coming down the kicks.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that move make its revival in Street Fighter V. It's just so beautiful to watch in CvS2. And look at these normals by Windy Man. Stand roundhouse, great anti-air. Get that rainbow ball out of here. I want to keep them clouds up.
All right, so more throws. Throws in general are really strong in this game. What happened? Oh, that was a cross-up ball. Whoa, good timing from Ahmad. Good awareness. Getting that timing down, got the cross-up. Super horrible.
Yeah, just about evens it up here, but now able to counter that ratio 2 damage. Good JDs there from Ahmad. He's going to need a few more of those. Really needs to connect on that level 3.
Ahmad,
once the meter builds up.
This deficit is not insurmountable. Ahmad could tie this up if... Okay, lots of chip damage right now. Again, right now with some flickering guys, so we do apologize for that.
Oh, broke the guard, but no, does the short jumping fierce. That could have put him away there. That's going to give Ahmad a whole new offense. And
cancel.
Wow. Windy Man left that one on the table. Wow.
Clutching it out. And again, I do apologize for the jumping. This is the best we could do. There were a lot of things that were done on the fly to ensure we had this footage. So thank you again, Windy Man, for making the save for us so that we could give you the best that we could. And thank you again To everyone who participated, who's watching, be sure to check out the CvS2 Discord. We will link it in the video once it's uploaded. And also be sure to check this game out on Fightcade. It's got rollback now.
Yeah, and it's made such a great experience for new CvS2 players. I mean, I feel like a lot of that has contributed to the CvS2 having as many as 64 people over at EVO just getting the job, just getting it on. It was amazing. A great bracket, one that I was really happy to be a part of.
It's fascinating how this game is 21 years old now. I think it's aged very well.
Indeed it has, and especially if there's going to be an increased demand for higher execution combos and games that really reward the top of the technique. And oh, what a trade there by Wendy Man. I mean, I even though Amoff won that round there, I really like how Wendy Man was able to keep the damage at a very close level here. And now with a really good easy conversion from Maki. Wow, there was no, like, Maki just did like 4 moves to take out like
the health does
20%
disappear.
of the health.
Yeah, the health actually does go down slow when she does the lariat. I just saw it. I know I'm not going crazy.
Well, Cody also has that in Street Fighter V with his V-Skill 1, so it's very reminiscent of Final Fight, where it just meets the fact that it's a desperation move, but I don't know why you need desperation moves in fighting games. I've never been a fan of that. Beat 'em ups, I understand. I mean, I play Streets of Rage and I mashed the A button as a kid all the time, so.
Make it hurt.
DP happy.
Doesn't get the super at the end. He probably wanted crouching medium kick canceled into the double forward super, the punch super. No worries.
Yeah, he's gonna let that berserker wear off there, but good anti-air converting there off of that run. That's really good reactions from him off.
Too far away. This isn't Zangief's SPD. Not quite that far away.
Yeah, it looked like Wendy Man was trying to reach for a ice cold can of Johnny beer, and nobody was home. Wasted level 3. But still in a good position there. I really like his Maki. I really like the movement she's doing, and it's very like Guy inspired from Street Fighter Alpha.
We don't have many Makis to really compare to, so we appreciate Wendy repping this character that almost no one plays as. So we don't have really enough to say what this character can do and not do. But right now,
wow, you just saw a lot of Guy stuff too.
Yeah,
a lot of Guy stuff going down. You saw the Final Fight combo there with the Gatling combination, as well as getting the run cancel into the slide that goes into a hit grab. How unique!
Whoa, the vertical RKO taking down Maki before she can go for top rope shenanigans.
Yeah, but this puts Winnie Man's Hibiki in a really good position here. We saw earlier what he could do with this, and especially if he can get a quick activation, just control the neutral, he's in the driver's seat here.
Well, I think that's fading quickly because, one, Ahmad made some good adjustments that second round, and two, these just defends just put the life lead back in Blanca's favor. Windy Man has gone active, level 3 coming, maybe?
Great anti-air with an empty jump low short. Can get a little more with that activation.
Yeah, and that sheath bump that Windy just did with Hibiki, that could have been canceled into a slash attack.
Oh, what an anti-air. It's getting close.
All right, got the links. A clutch link of 2 lights into the big slash. Windy moves forward 2-1 in a thriller.
Oh yeah, shout out to Amoff for staying alive throughout that match, because Winnie Man was definitely in the driver's seat at the end of that second fight, which looked like it had a 2-0 on the horizon, but really able to tough it out, and Amoff just getting really close. I mean, one good conversion away until Winnie Man was able to hit that chain combo from the standing jab and close it out.
So next up is going to be Kaya Man.
Yeah, Kaya Man against Flight.
Kaya Man is an Alpha 3 legend all the way from Japan. While this shirt was going on, Alpha 3 was going at the same time. Shouts to Riz1 and all he does for the CvS2 side of Capcom lore. And again, it's impressive they can go from one game to another so easily. We will see if it's enough to take out Flight.
Yeah, and Kaya Man here being assisted on programming buttons and selecting here by the one and only Silent Scope. You know, got to give a shout out there. It does amazing stuff for the community and just making CvS2 more awesome and accessible. Going back to what you said about that Alpha 3 tournament, that bracket at here at EVO, the Alpha 3 bracket was godlike. What a tournament. I know Kaya Man made it really far into I believe made it into the top 8. Saw a really good match with him and Dr. B. Peep that replay. It was really solid.
I will. Alpha 3 was, I remember Capcom poured it over and over and over and over, and it felt like they were trying to make that the one Street Fighter of Destiny for a long time.
Oh yeah, indeed. Especially I remember playing the Game Boy Advance and the Dreamcast versions. Ooh, Tiger Raid. Watch your toes. Good read there by Kaya Man.
You speak of my high school band trip memories with that Game Boy Advance Alpha 3.
Alpha 3 was definitely what I played the most in high school. And you could see those stand fierces by Kaya Man, using it similar to Chun-Li you would see in Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 4. I mean, just absolute control of the neutral. Let's see how Flight can Flight return the favor. Guys, work it out.
It's a real shame we didn't see more of that Zangief. I think Zangief is a character, yet another one we don't see often in CvS2. So this tournament has been blessed so far. Great character variety. I think that Maki, that Wendy pulled out, is going to be a highlight for a long time until the next Evo.
Again, just caught him standing. Kaya Man, another conversion on the Tiger Raid, and that's level 3 only on that K-Groove, so that's just all that damage, like stepping on a landmine.
Thankfully, the damage did not last long as Blanca avenged the loss of Sagat's twin. Alright. Let's see if Blanca can last long enough to face his twin. Cammy is no slouch herself. K-Groove Cammy is an extremely strong character.
Yeah, one of her best variations as well. And also the neutral, the control of space that Cammy has in this game. That stand fierce is so problematic, and you can see how Kaya Man's just confidently walking forward and using it. And when it hits, I mean, you can confirm it on sight. Like, once you see it, like, you could easily mash out something and make it a very rewarding poke.
We mentioned earlier, this game is one of those games where normals are extremely powerful, and that's why Cammy's so powerful in K-Groove, because she has great normals. The stand fierce, the far heavy kick, or the far roundhouse, I should say, for those old heads. I'm old too, guys. I'm 36 next month. This is my high school years too.
I ain't gonna say mine either, but definitely was my high school years as well. Loving that solid confirm off that low jab after that guard break occurs there. Puts Kaya Man up on the board 1-0. Let's see if Flight can get anything out of Zangief, or if he's gonna start someone else.
I hope so. I do love me some Zangief in this game. I love the voice he has this game as well.
Yeah, but you know what Zangief players don't like? Playing Sagat. Yeah,
there are many memes about this matchup, but the good news is because Zangief has those big, long limbs that he can just, if you get past Sagat, he would stand a chance for sure against those two characters. Uh-oh, wake up into a hot foot, and Zangief is in a precarious position right now, trying to use that crouch heavy punch to space out Sagat. There we go, running in, and the Russian bear grab.
Conversion. Yeah, some good uses of the JDs. Gets a little bit of health there, using it off multiple. That's a really good, very decisive round one. I mean, he was in control of it the whole way, but just when he gets in control of it, Kaya Man gets another good conversion with that level 3 Tiger Raid. But that really puts him in a good place, and this is a much more favorable matchup for Zangief.
Absolutely. That's why I said if you get past Sagat, then he can really do some damage to the rest of his team. Look how much damage those jabs did.
You do not want to get that level 3 in conversation in any form.
Okay. If Cammy gets... Alright, good. Let it burn. You don't want to get SPD'd in that situation. Cammy survived that stand heavy kick we talked about earlier.
Yeah, it's such a great button.
It works on the ground, it works in the air. Yeah.
Good anti-air, has unbelievable range, and even from max distance, it can be mashed out into a level 3 and confirmed.
So much damage, so much utility. It's getting that sweet spot.
And especially if Flight gets a little too greedy with a low fierce or something, that conversion could really prove problematic.
Oh, got the bust down.
Oh, I don't know what he saw. Yo, some of these supers, man, I do not know what Kaya sees, but I mean, he's stealing second, third, and the bacon, like just all the way, getting those conversions.
I think what it is that they're just so used to this game that they have an idea of what moves someone will use and win, so you use moves that will cover those options best you can while minimizing your risk.
Yeah, Wake Up Cannon Spike taking out the neutral jump there, really causing problems. But Flight gets that DP to maintain his advantage, though. What's he going to get here with the Sagat on borrowed time, though?
So this we talked about earlier. This game is 21 years old. Some people in this tournament have been playing for that long, so they have like that second instinct where they know what move they're going to do so they can make what looks like a psychic read with much more ease.
Flight off to an amazing start here. Definitely taking charge in the alpha matchup there. In the Blanca mirror between the two.
Kaya Man is trying to fight in. Alright, so using the EX ball to bust, see the super ball, I'm sorry, to bust out. Sorry, talking too much cross Tekken. Alrighty. This is tight. Double KO!
Oh man, but what a response and a double KO!
What's the ruling on
Look
that?
at the hype!
Oh, they're running it over.
Man.
They're running it over, okay.
Nah, kick them both out. I'm kidding. But that's what the arcade machine does. Like, when you get a draw, you both get game over. And that's why I love CvS2. But you can see the hype surrounding the room. Flight was off to an unbelievable start, but Kaya Man, Captain Comeback here, every time getting good conversions that just brings him right back into the match. He will not die.
Man, what tension. That double KO. I've seen some rulings where if you're in the lead, both characters get the win. If that was how it ends, some people just say move it on, but thankfully the match goes on. Let's see what happens.
My arcade, we used to kick both people off the machine. You lost the rotation.
Speaking of rotations,
those are the good old days.
Speaking of rotation, here comes Zangief. How many rotations will he put on Sagat's head?
Because I just want to point out that when you see it happen in the arcade, it goes straight into the game over screen. And it's like so embarrassing.
It's always hilarious watching draw games and then just goes right to the game over screen. It's like, oh, what happens now? Guess you're gone.
Nope, you didn't earn it. None of y'all won. Again, my man, just he's got some psychic ability on them toes. Just knows exactly when to get the Tiger Raid at the right time.
Trick or treat, smell my feet.
And that negates Sagat, who performed very strong in the last fight there.
Yeah, Sagat with the icy hot super. And right now...
Kaya Man, oh, that stand roundhouse. And then the air-to-air and gets the dizzy. Now he's going to trade the life lead. Now he's got a full character advantage. Blocks the Tiger Genocide. No casualties.
There you go. Lakers Sagat emerges triumphant over Bucks Sagat. Sagat wins the Kareem draft, and here comes what looks to be Pacers Blanca.
I mean, the victory was denied from Kaya Man earlier with the double KO finish. But this time, can he punch his ticket to the next round with an OCV? Nope, I think not. Flight back in control.
Even though it is a 1-2 deficit, Blanca is powerful enough, especially in K-Groove, to overcome Cammy. Let's see how difficult Kaya can make it for Flight.
And how many grooves have we seen Blanca hit already? We've seen him in C, P, I believe N.
We've seen him in K.
I mean, he's just good all around in any meter. Yeah, right now in K, and at his most dominant in A groove.
Good.
Takes you to the corner and does
Cross-cut.
that neutral jumping fierce.
Good cross cut from Cammy. No punish there. Try to run after it, but nobody home. Again, Blanca has so many bust outs.
Oh, again, double JD in the air to jumping roundhouse. Yeah, just great job winning the trade there, and now we got a Blanca mirror to close it out.
Man,
almost an OCV from Kaya Man, but this Blanca from Flight really putting up a battle.
You're going to be seeing a lot of Blancas just tear through teams, regardless of their placement. And this is one situation where it is good punish. So we talked about earlier how Blanca gets away with a lot of stuff. Blanca can punish Blancas. Defending the skies.
Just be happy that Blanca's not this strong in other Street Fighter games.
Oh my goodness, if only.
Good air-to-air there from Kaya Man, but Flight responds with a throw here. Let's see what he gets from the corner. The electricity, though. Again, yeah. He's like, don't stick things in the socket there. Your Blanca's going to come up short, and Kaya Man advances.
Good stuff, the Kaya Man. Alrighty, next up is going to be... Nope, let's wait until they come up. So, more words from the people who made this happen. I mean, obviously, thank you, Vortex Gallery, for offering to help organize this stuff along with Onikage.
Yeah, Onikage also helping out on commentary and then just running circles around, maneuvering, getting the top four to work. But yeah, they really managing an excellent job managing a 64-man bracket and making it run so efficiently.
Absolutely, and thank you very much to Maturino for putting up a pop bonus for this game, in addition to what the entry fee was. Maturino is something that I'm a partner of and a proud partner of. It is something where you can donate money to the tournaments that you are watching in real time, and it goes right in the players' pockets to support the players directly. Maturino, it is the future of esports, the future of the FGC, and it is a proud sponsor of Vortex Gallery and this wonderful term CvS2 as a whole.
Yeah, and again, I mean, this really, I've been going to EVO since 2014, and this is the most I've ever seen where retro was present, and at the same time, just such a heightened focus on getting like casual sets and just a lot of playtime with whatever games you were out there rocking.
Hey, there's still BYOC here as well, so there's more options in store as we move forward to the future of EVO.
Absolutely, but the whole Vortex Gallery section there just seems so nice and just dedicated such a good big space to just all around good retro. And after a long round there, Ally McBeals gets the first point there with Cammy. Now got to face off against Demir.
So for you Mobbleheads out there, this is an MVC2 legend, Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal, formerly known as Potter. He was also in MVC2 this year at Vortex Gallery, so he is a Naomi fanatic, you could say.
Indeed, it just all comes from this perfect time of fighting games where you just got the Dreamcast going on. Oh, what a whiff punish there, but nobody home. But this time, yep, versing the motion.
Keep mashing. There you go. That's how you're supposed to do it.
I love that move, especially if you get too close to Cammy. It could really pull it off in some surprising situations.
I'm surprised Ally didn't mash more of it, but maybe too used to the MVC2, which is just what it is.
Okay, so Jerry now has to work with this Chun-Li with N-Groove. Chun-Li has a lot of really good mobility pokes. N-Groove favors her quite a bit, but you got to build up some of that meter there. It takes them quite a bit to build up some of those stocks, but we'll see. I mean, definitely gonna need some level ones on the table to pull off the reverse OCV.
Cammy was caught swinging, but footsies are in effect thanks to that sweep, that low drop kick of Chun-Li.
Yeah, there's no shortage of footsies coming from Chun-Li in this game, especially. She has a lot of her buttons that are inspired by both Street Fighter 2 and Third Strike, where she is undebatably top tier in both.
Okie dokie. So, we talked earlier about Blanca, how dominant he is. How do you like this matchup with him and Chun-Li?
Yeah, I like this matchup for Chun-Li. I mean, Chun-Li could really get good stuff out of the air, especially if you can get roll canceled legs to put on some safe pressure in there. But Chun-Li's movement, she's really able to control the neutral against Blanca in areas where Blanca may be more comfortable than others in terms of matchups. But here we see Jerry is making Ellie's McBeal's Blanca chase after. And good punish there, closing it out.
Court is adjourned, so says Ally McBeal, who is now up 1-0.
Yeah, very quick score there.
It just occurred to me with that N-Group Chun-Li, Hoyoku-sen is really, really good against Blanca because that is one move that can easily punish Blanca and keep him from just doing quarter balls willy-nilly.
Yeah, so Chun-Li's got good movement to rush down and pressure Blanca, but at the same time, as you mentioned, just good punishes on deck that can really take care of business. So Jerry making an adjustment here, bringing in Hibiki and Morrigan. So I was liking the Cammy Jerry was using there, but decides to put her on the bench. See what changes come about.
Morgan's an I mean, we talked about N-Groove Morgan a lot and how good she is with grooves that have run in them. But I think with Blanca and Sagat, both of them have moves they can just do that would stop a lot of those jet moves in its tracks. So I'm curious how Morgan will fare against Blanca and Sagat should she be up to face them, assuming Cammy doesn't stop her first, assuming Hibiki doesn't stop Cammy first.
Yeah, and this Cammy was flirting with an OCV that we saw earlier, and with those JDs getting closer and closer to full health, this is off to a great start from the Marvel player, Ally McBeal. Good frame trap with that low short, near standing fierce. Really plugs up a lot, easy to confirm. I mean, already got 60% of the K-Groove meter, not even at half health.
This is a game that greatly favors life leads because of how timing works. So even if you lose your life lead and even lose a round, if you spend enough time making your opponent dawdle, they'll have no health to stop what's about to come next on the team.
Yeah, let's see what Jerry can get out of Morgan. Not much mileage out of Hibiki, but maybe a smaller improvement from the previous fight, but still has the work cut out.
Morgan is going to want to use Fireball to attempt to stop Cammy enough where she can start those jet things right there. Good defense from Cammy, however.
Yeah, really good, JD. You want to sit... I could block your chain combos. I got no issues with that. And just gain a little more health on the side. About to take the life lead, too.
Allie's also being careful so that Cammy doesn't run into a wake-up DP and lose all that momentum. A lot of back and forth going on. DP, but nobody home and nobody demon either.
The cannon spike avoiding the level 3. The soul illusion not happening.
I wonder if the purpose of that was to stop that DP.
Time will tell, but good response there from Ally McBeal. Once again, getting near an one character victory here. We're gonna see what Jerry can get out of Chun-Li to try to reverse the momentum here.
Okay, Buccaneers Cammy versus Sacramento Kings Chun-Li. Let's see if the greatest show on court can pull another miracle off. It's looking like it. Throwing out that handshake with stand medium punch.
Yeah, the stand strong, the handshake. It's really problematic in this game. Definitely one of the games where it has its strongest appearance.
Okay.
And again, those JDs is going to bring Ally McBeal right back into the round.
Good block of the cross-up. And stopping the super
Oh, wow.
Stopping it again.
Yeah, I don't have time. Ally McBeal, I do not have time to see if I could JD that whole mess. But that counter hit stand roundhouse really, really turns the tide there.
Okay.
That really weakens Jerry a lot.
Blanca spurs Blanca to try and make something happen. It's tense right now, and so there's no roll cancel to worry about with Blanca, but many players say K-Groove might be the strongest groove of the game, even though there is no roll cancel, because of all the utility it has with the whole rage thing going on when you have full bar, with how powerful supers are once you have enough meter for it, with things like Just Defend. So much utility that comes from this particular groove. Ally McBeal shows why it's so strong and why he is so strong as he moves forward 2-0.
Yeah, Rage Blanca could just get damage out of nowhere and just melt away that health bar like it's nobody's business.
Okay, so next up I do believe is going to be Loser's Bracket. It's going to be Sakabato versus Trophy Club. Trophy Club was one of the players we saw first up in this particular video. Let us see what he can do against the Traveler Sakabato.
Yeah, Sakabato had a very strong performance there going up against Vodka Gobalski. It's interesting to see how that fate will turn around from there.
I always love seeing Guile in this game. His level 3 is so
sick.
I
do too. Yeah, the Sonic Hurricane is good in an era when that move really sucked. So, I mean, especially if you've ever had the unfortunate, and I mean unfortunate, distinction of seeing it in Alpha 3. It's so bad in that game. It's like it's a blink and you miss it and it does no damage.
Yes.
Trophy Club got some good stuff with P-Groove earlier. Really liked what we saw from the Kyo. I know Trophy Club using Kyo as well as Windy Man used them quite well earlier in the show.
I'm going to miss those roll cancel Rekkas, though. What made you look?
Oh, absolutely. You name it. Yeah, thought you could punish there. Called him out on that button press. That's some old school Guile tactics.
Those guys
And then
were
gets
not
that short hop to convert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a win, but at what cost? I mean, those close rounds when they're like with the first characters, it's pretty much just a Pyrrhic victory from there.
Especially against Cammy, who has so many ways to make you hurt.
Yeah, it just needs to get in that range of the dive kick. So you don't want to go and telegraph your air movement there and give away any flash kicks. So dive kicks, short hops, definitely will get the job done for Trophy Club. Try to pull the comeback here.
Alrighty. So, we see good throw from Sagat. And, oh, another parry! Just laughing at Sagat's big crouching heavy punch.
That's just a hell of a conversion. One of the characters I absolutely love with P-Groove is Cammy. You could definitely see that she benefits from using it.
Cammy and Trophy Club making this top tier character look like much less of a threat than he typically is.
I mean, when she can parry an attack, like right in your face, and then get that stand fierce out there, definitely makes a statement. And Trophy Club could just make a few moves here and do some significant damage on a ratio too. So that's also got to be a really good place of advantage. But nope, anti-aired by the stand fierce. It just trades though, so not going to leave empty-handed there.
We're talking about Pyrrhic victories. We'll see how much Pyrrhic victory this is. We said earlier that Chun-Li doesn't mind the Sagat matchup, and with how good pairing has been for Trophy Club thus far, we'll see if more of the same happens, and maybe Sakabato has made some adjustments on the timing of his strikes to try maybe beta parry. Got power, hot foot, but nobody home, thrown to the ground. Sagat being stretchered out as Chun-Li issues her apologies like Mushroom Head.
Yes, indeed, and to take it further now, Trophy Club has a ratio advantage, so that's going to cause a lot of trouble here.
Anti-air sweep with Chun-Li. Chun-Li has so many ways to play this game in a variety of ways. We saw Cammy devastate earlier, but now it is Sakabato trying to issue devastation with Cammy. Hoyoku-sen jumping up.
Hoyoku-sen, and gets that jump canceled to the double roundhouse. Goes for a trying to empty jump and get a mix up. Chun-Li gets a world of different 50-50s, cross-ups, and extra options she can do from the jump cancel at the end of Hoyoku-sen.
The flame has gone out. Will the life go down too? Yes, it does. Trophy Club up 1-0.
Yeah, really good on Trophy Club there. Good use of normals, good use of buttons. Just really able to just kind of keep it even there.
And we said earlier about grooves, P-Groove is considered by many people to be the weakest in the game. The tier list from bottom to top typically goes, you correct me if I'm wrong, P, S, then P, S, and then C, A, and then K.
I would say like A and K are probably probably considered the strongest grooves, but I think I would put S below P. I mean, if you really know how to parry, and you're an experienced third strike player, I mean, the fact is you got parry. It's the most broken mechanic in the history of fighting games, and having that on your side, in the right hands, P-Groove doesn't feel like it's like a lower tier. But I would say the only, just looking at all the data and the options that's given you through each groove, I would say that it does look the most bare bones, but I'd put it over S groove, and in some arguments, people would put it over N groove. Yes.
Okay. Well, right now, Trophy Club is making me eat my words, while he makes Sakabato eat his feet. Again, this is a Kyo that has both the crescent kicks and the up kicks, as well as the can-cans. Got that Orochi so much pain.
And Trophy Club was able to charge it up because of that corner carry there. You can hold the button down and then get what I like to call bigger damage. It's a thing.
Right. All Alrighty, so Guile fighting out. You saw that Sonic Hurricane was completely safe. Kyo had no answers, so they just trade low kicks until Kyo emerges on top.
Yeah, but there's no conversion, no damage there, and that's going to cause another missed opportunity. So, Trophy Club,
it's OCV.
In a really scary place here.
Trophy Club.
Yeah, really scary place.
Anti-air the crescent kick, but the big crouching heavy punch to his knees, crushing those caps as he's carted off. Here comes Cammy. Now it gets interesting.
I think Cammy also does okay against the God, especially if having the right movement and can get around the fireballs. Cammy could definitely hit some good confirms and can really put on a good surprise here.
Trophy's Cammy was calling out Sagat so much that last round. Drowning him now. Got the dive kicks. There. Uh-oh, here we go. It's a bad spot for Sagat to be in.
Good job on the air parry there.
Absolutely.
But now Sakabato's tournament life codes down to just a few tiger shots and hopefully a well-placed knee.
Tried to go for the tiger raid, but nobody home.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
It's rough, chipping him out. You see that unique crumple animation when you get chipped out. I do miss that. Now they kind of all fall in a somewhat uniform way.
Indeed.
And Trophy Club racks up another body as he moves forward and keeps his tournament hopes alive. Good stuff to Sakabato for showing up, and hope to see you next time.
Yeah, that was a really strong showing from Trophy Club. I mean, Sakabato, not an easy opponent there to take down, but just all around, just really doing just the right work there and the right job.
And once again, thank you to Vortex Gallery for offering to help run CvS2 along with many other games. And I look forward to seeing what everybody brings next year, whether it be Vortex Gallery or some hype exhibitions in other parts of the venue. Other people are showing up to do stuff even outside of just typical tournament play. Exhibitions, money matches, the FGC, we're all in this together. So if you've got someone to pull up with, be sure to pull up at Evo, find a spot, and make it happen.
For sure, and it's fantastic how much we stayed together after all the stuff that we went through in the just society and just the way we went from there. So good stuff to see there. So here we got the other losers bracket match for you. We got Flight against Jerry Glint Blank. I really liked what Flight was doing against Kaya, man. That was a very strong performance. On the other end, Ally McBeal. Oh, had some good stuff going on there. Yeah, you love to see those anti-air supers. There are a thing.
I want him to hit it so bad. It would have been so crazy if he caught that short hop.
I know, it's like a choke slam from when like the Big Show used to do it when he was in shape.
Oh man, you're talking of a time long since past. But no,
you know that choke slam, like that WCW Revenge style choke slam. That
oh yeah,
I mean,
or the one that went through the ring.
Yeah, it's that one like you did to the Undertaker. You can't ask Paul White to do it, but you know he's got it in him.
We'll see if Flight still has something in him, as he is right now down 2-3. This might be it though. Make it hurt. Oh, you can do more than a throw, but hey, any port in the storm. Throws do hurt this game a lot.
They definitely do, especially if there's a ratio difference. But those stand shorts, those medium pokes, they're Flight able to even it up a bit.
Okie dokie, let's see what happens. All right, good wake up throw. Sorry about that. Alrighty, let's continue. It is Flight and
you're good.
Jerry Gent Black. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa! Cammy was swinging, but Sagat said, "I see you." Tiger uppercut.
Yeah, you made the mistake there of blocking the Tiger Raid low. Causes the Tiger Raid to pass like a Psycho Crusher. You got to stand guard to get in the position where you can get a good punish.
So far, so good. DP, but nobody home that time. However,
I like how
Just Defense are saving the day for Sagat.
Yeah, Jerry stayed persistent going through the air after Flight got 4 consistent 4 consecutive anti-airs there. Tried to get into a Tiger Uppercut, and that's the one that wasn't home. But let's see what this ratio Chun-Li 2 could do. I mean, definitely got all 3 full stocks there, locked and loaded.
God, we said earlier, we've said a few times now, this is a matchup that Chun-Li's not scared of, and that has played a part, especially when she has this big of a life lead. But Chun-Li and
Indeed,
Blanka,
the normals, the walk speed, the pressure, the 50-50s. I mean, Chun-Li could definitely do work in this matchup, and Jerry had a great round there that evens up the life lead on both ends, so it's just going to come down to these 2 characters.
So Blanka trying to get something going. Oh, good, okay.
Oh, the
so
air
Chun-Li
reset.
made a call out, but barely grazed Blanka. Blanka actually got the better of that thanks to that wake-up throw with the head bites.
Yeah, that really helps out big. I mean, Jerry still has a full stock there. Maybe he could get something with the level 1 super into a really good mix-up or safe jump, but we'll see how it plays out here. It's getting close. Does have the level 3 super in sight.
Oh, no! Dire straits.
Oh, that's a level 3. That would have been kill.
Right.
That would have been kill. Instead, Flight's got all that borrowed time.
One bad call from Flight, and Chun-Li can clinch this out. This is it.
Wow, and those normals and the stops on the right side of the ball. Ooh!
Look at that. Living on a prayer, and Chun-Li comes up as a big-time winner. Jerry up 1-0 in a thriller, catching Blanka with the toe taps.
Yeah, that's just what makes it ridiculous there. It's just the use of those normals there. I mean, there was a lot going on, and I mean, it was disappointing not cashing on that level 3 Hoyoku-sen, but still, those normals just in the right places, winning trade upon trade. That puts Jerry right in the spot to get that advancement.
Alrighty, it is 1-0 Flight. The big headbutts. There's a lot of stun on that. Look how quick that put Vega seeing stars.
Yeah, I believe it's that jumping up and strong. He also has that in 4, 5, and Super Turbo. I think he also has it in Alpha, but it does, I mean, it leaves you 1 tap away from stun, so it's definitely a neutral jumping normal you do not want to get in the business of.
Things seem bad. Zangief almost finished this in a few seconds flat.
Yeah, and this matchup traditionally sucks for Zangief. I mean, Claw players usually can go to town on this character here, but now Jerry's got in control with some of the buttons there, and that was able to salvage what was, like, in my opinion, a very, very close to near perfect.
That was one of the best Zangief rounds I've ever seen in this game. That was fantastic.
And you know, he's still looking for that stun there. Absolutely still going for that stun. Hey, jumping low strong. You've seen it happen.
Smoke it if you got him. If you got that headbutt and it's a good option, go for it. No, too far away still. Man, teasing us with that big flying power bomb.
Yeah, not even close. And Jerry, again, just good control of the neutral there. Buttons in the right place and evens it up at the life lead. So now it's Flight Sagat's turn to see what he's got.
Very curious to see what Flight can do in this situation. Jerry won the last match by the skin of his teeth, but Flight still has some fight left in him. I'm sure he's definitely feeling about how close he had Jerry, and it's still anybody's game. Ooh, make it hurt.
Well, yeah, block
no,
super.
Not quite enough. I was thinking maybe he was going to activate K-Group or something.
I was thinking that he was just betting on the low fierce being able to close it out, but it doesn't put Flight in too much trouble there. Now he's got a half of a character of an advantage and seems well primed in a position to even this up.
By the way, guys, as you've seen throughout this tournament, you gain meter and K-Groove by taking damage, and you see that actually hitting people doesn't really build much. So I was thinking maybe when he blocked the spin drive smasher to be enough chip to activate K-Groove as he was close, but not to be.
Well, it worked better than what the status quo is, so feel free to give it a try. Always. That's what I say.
All right. Hey,
good air to air, lands into the legs.
Hey,
nice.
Stand Fierce hurts enough on its own. sometimes it feels like getting hit by level 1.
Oh, it does, yeah. Some people's fierce buttons do equate to the damage of a level 1 super, which is just the irony. But Flight able to tie it up there with that sweep and gives his Blanca rather a rest.
Flight ties up at 1, avenging the heartbreak that befell him earlier. Let us see if he can close this out, as Jerry is now back on the ropes. And that Zangief round, that was a thing of beauty.
Indeed. Hopefully we're going to see more of it. I mean, again, like, Claw is a very historically problematic matchup for Zangief, but Flight did an incredible job, especially with getting that stun. And again, fishing for that air-to-air, all he needs is just to get that conversion, and it's one hit away from stun and done.
Look at that color for Vega. That's the best one, that Malone Stockton Jazz color.
Oh, especially with the hair, it matches, like, kind of that silverish blue hair.
Yeah, the AK-47.
Yeah. Whiffed SPD, but now again, nobody home, but still gets a smooth, easy landing for an SPD.
Maybe
I'll rate that a 6 out of 10 on my We Take Those scale.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if he's missing them more so to kind of make Vega flinch for a moment. Then when he lands, go for a throw setup or something like that.
I mean, maybe you got a voice in the head like, it's Claw. He's just gonna jump all over the place. So
it's a good assumption to make. Oh, he was coming in. He wanted something. Maybe the hopping headbutt.
Yeah, trade on the lariat means George is getting upset.
Oh no! Yeah,
but nothing happening there with the jumping strong.
That is such a good move. Jump heavy punch for Vegas, typically really, really good. But in CvS2 especially so. Just wait until you see an A-Group Vega if we see one in this tournament.
Oh, you never know.
Jump heavy punch, stopping everything right now. Look, that's like, what, 4 for 4 now for air-to-airs?
Oh, thought he could chip it out with the low Tiger Cannon, but had too much health. That's going to really benefit Jerry a lot here.
Vega is going to sit on all that meter as he knows the end is near. But it's enough for Cammy to come in, and Cammy, with all that stock and all the damage that she is known for in this game with spin drive smashers or the mashed out up drill, my goodness.
I mean, if you could safely move around those Tiger shots, that's going to give you a way to open your opponent up guaranteed.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a match. Oh, dizzy already. Cammy just ran into all these punches and kicks.
Man, Flight is just stealing it from us.
Domination.
Oh, again, low Tiger shot. Good zoning there. That's going to put Jerry up to rely on that level 2 Chun-Li.
Cammy the Killer Bee swatted like a fly all round. That's actually not too bad of a desk for Sagat to be in. Sagat can definitely make this happen with all the stock he's got. And if he just gets hit once or just about enough times, he can get the K group he needs to bring the pain. Look, it's already tied. Chun-Li
hasn't even gotten angry or activated.
Yeah, haven't got angry yet. You saw right there the Just Defend built enough to activate K-Groove, so don't get... Oh, he wants that. He wants that confirmed so bad right now. You can see it. How much he's going that move.
He's looking at the sands right there where you can stuff a low strong and get that conversion, but great throw in response. Flight's like, no one puts baby in the corner.
Walking in only to get clipped at the knees again.
At a run like that, why? Jerry gave it away with that approach there, had no resources, nothing on deck. Just driving through the sand, Sega Rally Championship style, right into that low fierce to crush it.
See, he's wearing those Bucks colors, and he was tapping the powers of Oscar Robertson and Lou Alcindor right there. Championship material right there. Good stuff, Sagat, and good stuff, Flight.
I don't know, it's looking more like Glenn Robinson and Michael Redd days.
Oh, man. Well, thankfully, Sagat has much more in store for his legs than Mr. Red had towards the end of his career. But it's time for Winner's Quarterfinal, and we still have more legs to go on this tournament. We got plenty of energy left, ladies and gentlemen. Get hype. Pace yourself.
That dude had 2 seasons of being, like, bar none, the best shooter in the league.
Oh, man, that was heartbreaking. There were a lot of guys like that. Danny Granger, too.
Yeah, especially when, when Red went to Phoenix. That didn't pan out at all.
Well,
so we're moving on. Oh, we're in winners quarterfinal. Okay.
This is quarterfinal. Yes, this is Ally McBeal, aka Potter, and Kaya Man. I'm sorry. Whew. Maybe I don't have enough legs. I got to sit on the bench for a moment. You take over, my friend.
Yeah, so Kaya Man in particular had very strong showing there, especially converting off the supers. I mean, you saw he hit like Tiger Raid repeatedly like 5 different times. And again, just goes with an empty jump. I mean, what are these reads?
Wow. Kaya,
it's like
that's a veteran instinct. He just knew. He said, "Okay, I'm going to land. Cam's going to try this. Let me just go hot foot and see what happens."
It's like my man here has found Waldo before he even turned the page. Those kind of reads.
Well, Cammy has gone missing as she is carted off. Here comes San Antonio Spurs Blanca against Lakers Sagat. Let's see who wins this battle of heavyweight between David Robinson and Kareem right here.
Well, thankfully, it's more hype than Mario's missing because that game. I mean, hey, if you want a game to put the kids to sleep, trust me from experience.
And speaking of sleep, Sagat went night-night thanks to that air-to-air trade that worked convincingly in Blanca's favor.
Yeah, Ally McBeal puts himself right back onto the island of relevancy. I like what I see. Oh, that's a patented Cammy tech there. You know that you could land safely from the drill. Opponent thinks they can punish. Cannon spike out of nowhere. It's just like...
Cammy's going to have to acknowledge Blanca a bit more than she is right now. Because my good... All right, there you go. Caught the tail in the spin drive smasher, but waking up into head bites.
That's good awareness of seeing that super get that corner carry there and do that job. I really like seeing that as well.
You're talking about the Island of Relevancy. Welcome to the main event, my friend. Look, you have the billboards out, and you have the Blanca mirror, which is the true face of CvS2. Let's find out between Kaya Man and Ally McBeal here in this final round of the first game winners quarterfinal.
I just love this level here, especially in the background, how it says it's the Masters Foundation, which has been hinted towards going bankrupt in Street Fighter 6. And then there's the Garcia concern, and I had no idea Robert Garcia had that much money.
Well,
I mean, he obviously didn't need to be in this game.
Well, he's probably concerned now, given Ken was a happy family man with all those really adorable pics of him with baby Mel, and now he is out in the street, penniless and marriageless.
Hey, we don't know how broke he is.
So what? So you mean he's like that one player who said he was like that because he just wanted to help out somebody?
He's just looking a little less hygienic.
Yeah.
I mean, more of that could just be attributed to having, you know, just a few too many Ben and Jerry's off DoorDash. And Ally McBeal there with a really good anti-air with the sweep. Goes one up on the board there. Liking the defense there. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Delonte West, who I was thinking about.
Delonte West. Oh, man. I really like that guy's jump shot in NBA 2K. Like, NBA 2K7, he was my favorite three-point shooter in that game.
Get well soon, Delonte.
He's doing well. I heard he's a coach.
Good. Continue doing well, Delonte.
No, man, I saw an image of him recently. He was like a coach in like the G League, I think, or out of college. But yeah.
So speaking of G League, look who just got called up to the main roster. Look at Terry.
Oh, it's Terry Bogard with C Groove. That's interesting. Usually you see Terry with one of the SNK grooves, K or N, but Terry's got some good stuff. Especially we got the roll rising tackle.
He wants those Buster Wolves into Burn Knuckles. I know what he wants.
Yeah, that's what the C Groove's all about.
Yeah, who can blame him though? Terry is another character who in CvS2 is pretty rare to see in high-level play, as it's not that great for him typically. He has his moments.
I like how Cammy just said I have a rising tackle too, and completely turned the tide.
Mine has
against
meter.
that.
Mine has meter and has real invincibility.
Yeah, and you can mash it out. I mean, I love doing that rising tackle and smash. I like that they added the charge partitioning to it. That's pretty cool. But Kaya Man, wake up super again. I'm telling you, Kaya Man's been on point with the super selection and got a lot of damage there, especially for a level 1. That just goes to show how strong Blanca can truly be in this game, especially with Seagroove.
For a long time, I thought Terry was like doing a drill kick, but then I saw what it's like in Max Impact, realize he's hitting him with the spinning fist like Zangief when he rises up.
Oh, that I didn't know. I thought it was a kick.
Yeah, I thought it was a kick too, but it does explain why it's a punch move.
Because I've been doing that move like in KOF 98 when it's a DP, and then also in like Real Bout Fatal Fury, where it just looks like the scissoring of the kicks is going all up in there. So that's fascinating to see how the rising tackle works that way.
Yeah, I didn't know until Max Impact where it showed the animation on where the moves were coming from. It showed them on the hands rather than the feet.
Yeah. Now, Kaya Man got really close to a guard break there, but no dice there. What I like to see also is like A Groove Terry being able to use like all the light rising tackles in the corner over and over and over. That's just such a cool thing. It's such a cool conversion.
It's interesting to see
to
that we're
window.
having the Blancas like this early in the match as well. You keep it going.
Oh, I'm just going to let that lightning ride. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get all that chip there and take it. So let's see what Kaya Man's Blanca can do here going up against Ali McBeal's Sagat. Ali McBeal got one on the board. Very good Sagat play towards the end.
He has a full stick of butter. He could make it hurt if he got a good confirm in. Ooh, it's looking like it's not going to happen. Yeah, you have to block that situation. So he went for level up because he just wanted to save meter, knowing he didn't want to spend it all, and put this character in a situation.
This is a curious selection here.
Oh,
He's using Toto.
Toto's fun.
Toto is fun. I've had the pleasure of seeing Combo Breaker, not Combo Breaker, Combo Fiend. Look at that. I'm so, okay. Combo Fiend. I've seen like Combo Fiend like use this character really, really well. And he only has one move.
The shockwave.
And his super is a pimped out version of that move, but he's got the ecstasy crunch and he can do it in the air. I mean, it's very like, see, he got that air one that comes deceptively out of those other areas. I mean, it's a lot of basic stuff with a lot of substance, almost being able to turn the tide there, but Ali McBeal got the buttons in the right places to take care of business and close it out. That move, by the way, is called the Ecstasy Crunch. And if you, I mean, in A Groove, it does like a torrent of damage. So use that. Also, shout outs to the Sean Kemp jersey in the background. You see that? You see that, Blue?
I do, and I am very much appreciative of seeing such things.
Yeah, I really want to get that jersey. It's on my list. I just can't decide between if I want to go Peyton or Kemp.
See, I actually went on a cheating spree. I have an Oklahoma City Thunder Dale Ellis. Think about that one.
Oh yeah, the Dale Ellis on the Thunder?
Because Thunder used to be the Sonics.
Yeah, I see. Because I remember the Thunder wanted to retire Peyton's number and he refused.
Yeah.
So we got our host Windy Man, the guy who is responsible for getting us this content here that we have the pleasure of bringing to you and commentating over. Kyo versus Hibiki, the last blade against KOF every year.
This is an exciting match because of who's on the screen on both sides. Hibiki, Rock, and Geese versus Kyo, Maki, and Hibiki. So you have two Hibikis.
Yeah, a lot of unique character selection here. So I know those YouTube comments, I see them all the time. It's just Blanca, Dictator, and Sagat. I know. All the time.
Not this time.
I don't choose the characters, okay?
Hey, just like Fizz Northstar said, hey, whatever works.
That's right. So the winner here is going to be advancing over to the winner's semifinal to face off against Pat Van Pelt, who will be bringing you back on the stream.
And Pat Van Pelt will also likely be bringing you back all the characters those YouTube comments complained about. So
yeah, but he's cool, so he can get away with it.
He is very cool. I appreciate I appreciate all you do, Pat. Thank you.
I mean, you saw earlier he was hitting them RC headbutts and making it look like he could get it through fireballs like it was Street Fighter 4. So I mean, props to that and pulling it off.
Oh, he made Honda look unfair. And speaking of unfair, here comes a character no one prepares for because no one really sees her. Until now, Windy Man showing the world what Maki's got. Good job waiting your turn, but in time to just defend after the Raging Storm that had absolutely nobody home, not even a chip to be picked up.
Yeah, that's like most of the hurricanes you see in South Florida. I mean, we're in the cone, but then it just doesn't come to the coast, and it's disappointing because you got no property damage there. But the short hops again, I'm loving what Windy Man's doing with the runs. Shout outs to that slide that works as a hit grab, and then getting those jumps off the wall there to take it. But what we saw earlier from Pitbot 9000, I mean, this K-Groove Geese anchor, this is an anchor. I mean, this is the kind of anchor that's like 2 tons with like 400 pounds of barnacles in there. The ship is moving nowhere.
Oh yeah, this is basically Roman. If the other two were the first two were the Usos.
Yeah, you can definitely say that. And then gets that 360 grab like that, making quick work of Maki so effortlessly. I mean, this Geese is so clean. Lots of normals, but you saw some good countering too, and I hope we see more of the predictable.
Yeah, this is, even though Geese don't have a life lead, I am not too confident in Hibiki just yet. However, right now I am starting to realize I just cursed Pimpbot the worst of ways. Because look at that. Look at those links. Wow. All right, so it's run out, as has Geese. So I was talking earlier about how scary Geese is, and he gave me a bad spot. Windy Man, I humbly apologize. I should have never doubted you. You're up 1-0, and well deserved. Those links of Hibiki are mwah.
Absolutely on point. And you saw, like earlier, Pimpbot had no trouble disposing of Hibiki earlier in the bracket. But that time, I mean, just had the perfect spacing there, and just, it seemed like there was just a lot more respect for Geese and what Geese could do, which was able to really make that happen there.
All right, next up, it is Windy Man up 1-0. Pimpbot, Windy Man's up 1-0. I had a brain fart. Sorry, let's look at the scoreboard because it's not updated yet. Anyway, so Windy Man putting on a show with all these characters. His Kyo is clean with those roll cancel.
Oh, what a conversion into the up kicks. That is a KOF classic there, but getting that good timing there. Kyo's got some really rewarding combos on top of really good buttons. Empty jump in the throw. Windy Man really decisive in that first round.
Great stuff to Windy. He is putting on a show for all those YouTube comments who were tired of seeing all those characters we talked about earlier. Now it is Kyo versus Rock. And good ands here from Kyo, my goodness.
One of the things we were also seeing from Windy Man as well is using that fierce punch with the Rekka and getting that conversion there. That's the fierce punch. That's quarter circle forward fierce and then half circle back punch. And then toward punch. I mean, he's got that in a lot of the KOF games, but like that's like the big damage. Oh, I think he got an error there. I think he missed. Oh no, he wasn't going for the serpent wave. Never mind. The Orochi Nagi.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it looks like he was trying to get a jump in there, but nothing. But just stay the course.
He's looking for that elbow. He know Rox wants to get him with that. Don't forget those down C's. Part of his complete breakfast. And a crescent kick to help you wash it down.
I'm just shocked that Pimpbot didn't get guard crushed like that. I mean, it was just really coming close to one hit, one limb away from causing that destruction.
Let's see if the tribal chief can turn this around, because his two brethren up front were quickly decimated by Windy Man's Kyo. There we go. First one doesn't hit, just another one.
Yeah, that sweep takes out the first of Windy Man's team. Pimpbot's got his work cut out. Yeah, Pimpbot's got a lot of work cut out for him here.
So tense right now. Good just defend from Pimpbot and Geese. Stopping Mach where she can go to the air. Again, not even go for like predictable.
Great response on the wall jump. Yeah, but just great response with the jump back against the wall jump there. And then you're just seeing the conversions happen.
That's a nice little link right there.
Yeah, the Sriracha gauge is full. The damage, it was done. Got some good conversions that gave him the life lead.
Got him!
Oh, yeah, around the Rapukin.
All the way to the top of the cage.
Oh, you love to see it. Those Bushin command grabs are amazing. Sacrifices a little bit of health, as you mentioned, with that Tatsu, but that time got a 2 stationary. Pimpbot's going to use the stand roundhouse. But now has to fight against the Sabiki with even less health than he had in the previous fight. And we saw how Windy Man's green slasher here was able to really control the neutral there.
Yeah,
you want to be careful where you put those limbs out there.
Yeah, it's one. No, I think. Oh, there you go. Got conversion and just go for tick throws. The big slam.
Yeah, that throw. That throw is really strong. If he keeps getting those trades, it's going to really help out Pip-Up. But how much HP does he have? Great punish with the stand fierce on the block slow slash.
Got one more slash left in him, but anti-airing. These skies are defended, and the tribal chief goes down at last. Windy Man moves forward in winners.
What a reaction.
Absolutely.
What a reaction with that clean high slash to really take care of business, and he will go up against Pat Van Pelt in the winners semifinals, advancing.
Let's take a look here. Next up is going to be in winners semifinals. It's going to be Windy versus Attila, aka Pat from the DMV.
Yeah, and coming up after that, we got Cookie, who just beat Vodka Golbalski, going up against Sally McBeal. That's going to be another really good one. I'm excited to see.
Look at that lid that Pat has. It is a Washington football team lid. No wonder he is so fearless. What could possibly hurt him at this point?
Is it the football team or the Commanders or...
They are the Commanders now.
The Commanders, yeah.
We cannot say their old name anymore, so we shall refrain from doing
Oh, no. Not putting that on the stream.
Alrighty.
Oh, dear. I'm not going to mention the owner's name either.
Yeah, that guy is a putz. Yeah, I'm from the same area Pat is, so we struggle equally in that regard.
I heard he's role-canceling subpoenas.
Yeah, he's a resilient lot, I'll say that.
So, Honda's a heavy hitter here, but, like, you don't really see the conversation of Honda being referred to as a battery. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, really good, impressive meter gain from Pat here. And then that low strong takes care of business.
I think there's a good argument for it. Think about how many hits those hand slaps get.
I just really feel bad for anyone misplacing a fireball there, or if Windy Man overextends himself there. Good control in the air-to-air. 3 straight jumps, just gets nothing but good corner.
And
I mean, Honda's not a fun character to anti-air.
I think just the way CvS2 is, Honda is very strong just by nature of who he's always been. Being a fort in this game is something that helps you a ton because of how the timer works when it comes to regenerating health between rounds.
Okay, gets that buff Bagwell throw after the hit confirm. Now, what I love doing with...
doesn't have the stuff.
Ah, it was close. What I love doing with Maki is, well, Guy rather, is getting that Bushin flip into that throw when they're on the ground, and it's just like, I'm gonna start instituting a dunk counter.
Chase down.
Fun.
He even
Yeah,
tried going backwards,
Honda.
but
Bad
the
idea.
pursuit was too strong. Okay, so but I do like what Windy was starting to figure out, saying, "I'm going to neutral jump so that these headbutts gradually lose that roll cancel vulnerability that Pat is sticking on it."
Okay, Pat's got full stock, full meter there, going to convert. It's going to cancel into Psycho Crusher. I love it. And then dips again with the low medium kick there. It's like Costanza went to that party and then got told about double dipping and dipped the chip again and got 3 out of that.
So we may not beat George, but right now Bison is managing his time very well. He would be a worthy successor as the title of Yankees GM. We shall
Definitely
see.
can see
Grand
that.
Slam, there you go. But instead he just throws it back into the crowd.
I mean, he's just got that super turbo style pressure with that dictator there. Gets the job done there. That was good. Very good way to close it out against that ratio 2 Hibiki. Windy Man's going to have to reach into his bag of tricks and find something a little bit more that could kind of slow down the acceleration of this Honda. I mean, and still he's got another character to deal with that Blanca.
Nago and Raiden. So
I love it.
So Nakamura was a menace in CvS1, not so much in CvS2. Raiden is a bit of a question mark. He is really cool, though. I love his move list.
Yeah, and immediately goes with the dive for Mama Haha. That's the name of Nakaru's bird. which goes with the Thunderbird flying straight down there. Okay, good response here. I like where it's going, but Pat's got her in the corner.
I know why Nako. Nako wants to use Mahaha to get away from all that headbutt nonsense, and then slash down with something to stop it. But unfortunately, that doesn't work when there's
roll canceling's a thing.
Yeah, the roll canceling's a thing. So that's the idea, but it's just not going to happen. You saw that exchange happen. What happens if you try it? Just roll cancel a headbutt. We'll just laugh at it. Again, like that.
Yep. Again, just absolutely nothing going on there. Yo, Pat Vamp, this Honda style, it's like, yo, birds aren't real. So we're gonna try to get some he's gonna try to get some damage here with Raiden. I love this character. And you know, one that you don't see too often, but he's got some really good safe on block pressure that can generate some good 50-50 stuff, get some good damage, but let's see.
What does a roll cancel Honda worry about that? Because a lot of the scary stuff Honda's off the ground for, which messes up a lot of Raiden's options. He doesn't have anything that's really going to stop air attacks when it comes to 50-50s. That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, but that was a really good level 2 there from, it looked like a level 3. May have canceled the last hit into another headbutt, but it's actually a level 2.
So here's the thing. We talked about the Yankees and Mr. Costanza, and we have to talk about Mariano Rivera, the greatest reliever of all time. Honda, Bison, and Blanca are 3 of the greatest relievers by themselves. Now you have a whole lineup of them exploiting the most exploitable thing in this game, roll cancel.
I think they would refer to this as the CvS2 Murderer's Row. This Maki is level 2, Winnie-Man using her as the anchor there. So far, winning the battle on the air. The Air Force is helping them stay in the battle. Good miss there, and able to run it down, chase it with the slide hit grab, my man. So no OCV here. Not going out with an OCV at least.
All right, so Smoltz is down. Here comes Glavin.
That's ironic because Smoltz became a closer.
Yeah. Well, he was starting there, so it kind of counts.
Yeah. I mean, he did win 20 games as a starter there. Yeah, okay, Devil's Reverse. I like the spacing. Keeps Maki in the corner.
Yeah, for me, I think the Maddox of this team is definitely Blanca, just based on what Pat likes.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so he might have to call on Max because Maki is holding her own. She's already cleared off Blanca, and Bison may not be far behind if Maki can just catch Bison unawares.
Yeah, but Pat taking his time in the air,
chasing down
in the air battle there. Yeah, you're too slow. Takes out the team. Good effort there from Windy Man, though. I really liked what I saw with the Maki there. Probably would have been able to chase down the Psycho Crusher with that regular run. But, I mean, who knows? Hindsight's 50-50. You gotta lab it.
Next up is going to be Cookie and Ally McBeal.
Yeah, so that puts Pat in the winners final of this pool. One more and he makes it out in winners. And he will face off against the winner of this one here, Cookie against Ally McBeal. So, I mean, again, Cookie is a legend in games like Alpha 2, Alpha 3. Really godlike in this game. And also extremely godlike in Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, I get a chance to see her play Mortal Kombat. Like, she does have a stream where she features a lot of retro games as well, if you want to check that out on Twitch. And just a lot of really good content out there. But if you want to see some really nice finesse, I mean, she also did get top 8 in Third Strike at CEO. So that's something else that you... that's also another very notable finish. There were a lot of heavy hitters in that Third Strike bracket. So Cookie started off with Mai.
We didn't see too much of Mai, just based on how the tournament's gone so far and how much we've seen thus far. But I am curious to see how Ally McBeal deals with Mai. Last time we saw Mai and Cookie, Mai would just go all the way up to the top of the cage and dive down and try and see what the opponent would do to chase after it.
Yeah, and you're seeing good use of the buttons there. Maya has a great sweep, that Stand Fierce and some other ones. And I like how Cookie is able to space the diving attack to bring it at advantage or make it safe enough so that it's unpunishable. We just saw there Ally McBeal trying to punish that diving attack there and getting nothing but a wasted meter.
Okay, good stuff. So right now, Ally McBeal is in the life lead, but Cookie and Maya are not making it easy for them.
Yeah, an excellent battery there from Mai being used first. So you got 3 stocks up aboard. Oh, trying to Ruinbu the hooligan. Almost there, but no, the cannon spike doesn't connect, so Cookie does not get chipped.
Good DP!
Wow.
What clutch! Wow!
Yeah, that jump back diving attack definitely looked like something, a mix-up that was in Cookie's favor, but excellent awareness to see that and to steal the round.
Alrighty, so Morgan and alright, good. Not the worst idea to use that move.
Yeah, that stand roundhouse is amazing. It's got really good zoning, really good anti-air potential, and Morgan's, I mean, aside from Morgan being a recycled sprite from her V7 iteration, one of the few characters who they didn't redraw the sprites for in this game, which I know
that was a meme
drew
for
a lot of
time.
ire of critics, of reviewers in the game. But Morgan's got some hella good buttons.
Yeah, Morgan was a meme about that for a very long time.
Yeah, because I read the reviews for this game, and they were like, you know, I think some reviewers, critics, like dropped it a full number, like gave it like a 7 out of 10 because the Morgan sprite wasn't redrawn. Even though like Chun-Li, Ryu, Harumaru, they're beautifully drawn in this game. And just like that run there, able to get that low crush. Sometimes you think you could poke it away and check the dash because the flight does count as a run. That's how it works within End Groove, but again, really good zoning there from Cookie.
Everyone forgot about how bad Morgan sprite was when they saw Dimitri in Capcom Fighting Jam. My goodness.
Oh yeah, that one was hideous.
What's funny
that
is
one was pretty bad.
They actually did redraw, but they messed up the resolution, so they made it look worse, even though they made it better. That was the funny part.
I mean, to be honest with you, the character sprites in the backgrounds in that game overall were pretty jank. You got to stand block that if you want to punish it. So it was a crouch block there, so Ally McBeal's able to get away with a free raid.
It felt like Morgan was trying to go for a demon but didn't get anything, unless Morgan's trying to bait whatever Sagat wanted to do.
Yes, that could also be the case. I mean, I think, I don't know if, depends on the speed where I could catch it, but just like that, I mean, Cookie could really surprise you with her use of Vice, and as you mentioned earlier, Vice is a grappler. I mean, definitely one of those bona fide and has, unlike most grapplers, has really good range. That was an air throw type move, something that like characters like El Fuerte does, but just Cookie was just not quite in the range for that. But these throws, I mean, this round, it's been all Cookie's Vice.
And again, Cookie has great battery power thanks to those rapid kicks. So just one kick, even if you're blocking it, that can build a lot.
Yep, and now has 2 stocks, so the kill is very much on sight.
It's tense right now. You got to be careful. You can't be throwing out... Yeah, because of the roll, you can't be throwing out fireballs either. Sagat flinched and thus gets swept off the ankles.
Yes, sleeves to knees. Cookie gets the first score on the board there in convincing fashion with a strong performance from her Vice.
You have to hate when that happens. You wake up in the morning and there's some clothing sitting on the carpet and you just trip over it. Vice has weaponized that awful feeling to mess with her opponents.
Oh, all the time. I mean, just bringing up the dirty laundry in this game out in neutral is just, oh, it's scary.
Well, we will see if Cookie has what it takes to clean off Ally McBeal and send them back to the laundromat as we enter Game 2. Okay, Mai versus Blanca. To say this is an underdog match for Mai would be an understatement, but Cookie has that veteran instinct to make it happen should Ally McBeal let down his guard to do so.
Yeah, Cookie off to a good start there, especially with the slow-moving fans. Got a big hitbox, and then if you want to move forward, got that elbow to check them. I really like that. That's some old-school footsies.
Cookie's got those veteran instincts. I've said a few times now, and it's going to take her quite far. See, there at the top earlier, going up to the top of the cage and seeing how the opponent pursues, coming down with the diving attack.
And you don't even see it coming. That's what makes it so awesome. And getting that cancel, especially there, and that really benefited. But we'll see now. Cookie's just getting out of the corner there. But again, Mai serving as a very strong battery. Almost has that meter completely full for the next character.
Blanca barely takes out Mai, and you mentioned earlier Pyrrhic victory. It's definitely going to be so with so much time it took to take out Mai.
Yeah, what makes it even more scarier is the fact that Morgan now has a full meter, and that level 3 is a very dangerous thing.
It's done. I don't think.
Yeah, that's what you want to do with Morgan. You want to knock the enemy down, but those are some good conversions from Ally McBeal. But again, the dash cancel medium punch, shades of Vampire Savior, works the exact same way. And yeah, Cookie's able to bring it even closer to striking distance.
I wonder if Ally was trying to go for the cross-up, but just missed the timing of it. It just seemed odd to throw it out there at that time.
Oh, indeed. Great sweep. She got great sweep range on that sweep, and also like so many different avenues to combo into it. And those anti-airs from Cookie have been absolutely on point, especially in tight situations. They're able to, where it was just looking dangerous, like near chip. Cookie's just control of it. I mean, it's that veteran instinct really kicking in, and canceled into the Raging Demon. That's kill, yo.
All right.
Oh no, that's not kill. That was close though, but that level 3 is just brutal.
Man, this could. Both of them.
It's hard to see in this stage. It's hard to see in this stage when you're flashing red. I mean, I couldn't get a good glimpse of that other Morgan and the other damage going on there, but what a conversion from Cookie there, and really sets the stage here to get in the position to advance with Vice. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Hey, we got the special intro too. That's something else I like about this game, the special intros.
Oh, I adore them. My favorite is the one with Guile and Rugal, where Rugal presents like a statue, a bust of Guile, and Guile like cuts it in half. I think that one's really cool.
My favorite is Rugal. Rugal's probably the best one pound for pound. My favorite is Rugal with Bison, and the Panther doesn't like him. He is not good with animals.
Oh, that Panther doesn't like anybody.
Well, for Bison in particular, he seems particularly perturbed. All right, there's one grapple. Busting it out, but because Vice is ducking, she avoids the final hit. But the puts got the safety though.
Yeah, and able to roll out of the corner there, so making Cookie more on the pursuit. But Cookie could really, oh, what a JD in the air, but still keeps going with those lightning kicks. That's a good sweep there. Yeah, no more activation for Cookie though. And wow, what a sweep, just in the right place. Ally McBeal able to survive. Cookie, you can see the player cam is taken a bit aback by that. Like, wow. Yeah, did not see that one coming. Big surprise.
So, yeah, that was really close. That could have been anybody's game that whole time.
See, it's a lot like very. I absolutely love Cookie's mannerisms on the camera. You can see how emotional of a player she is, and how it shows. Like, I'm very much like that as well. Like, I just make a bunch of TikToks of me, like, just on my controller, like, blah, how's that happening, you know? Cookie benches Mai. Mai's on the bench here, going with King, Endgroove King.
Cookie makes an impression on you. That's one thing I admire about her. She does have such a character that you'll remember her for a long time, even if you don't really see her that often outside these big events.
Wow, what a juggle there. Gets the corner carry, able to go on with those up kicks. You know, Cookie always does some really great stuff with King, and especially since the only nice thing people could say about King is that she's not Kyosuke.
Wow, that's like being the nicest guy.
I've mentioned King as the worst character in this game, and then people always remind me that Kyosuke exists. Like, yeah, I know Kyosuke exists, but so does Yun. I mean, and Yun is dumpster diving in this game.
It's like being a Timberwolves fan and saying at least you're not a Kings fan.
Yeah, indeed. And Ally McBeal, like, yeah, takes a character lead here after after really was chasing, trying to catch up to Cookie, now has a lead of his own. Cookie bringing Vice out second here.
We are right now in winners semifinals of Evo, and we have a king on stream. That is impressive. Look at
Indeed.
this. Vice is channeling Zangief.
I mean, another tournament where I saw Cookie doing work with King would be Defend the North 2019. That was a really strong performance there. Ooh, ground shave rolling there, able to catch Cookie falling back, and now the tide is really turning for Ally McBeal. I think the judge was about to rule in his favor there, but Cookie just escapes it with a poke. But Cookie lost a significant amount of life in the last 15 seconds.
God, that's special.
Yeah, that could really turn the tide here.
Yeah, I thought Cookie had that well in order. She was keeping Blanca at bay big time with those neutral jump attacks, but then suddenly Ally McBeal shifted another gear, and did you get it? Okay, Rana City.
Oh, just imagine someone doing that in a cruiserweight division. That's just brutal.
All those Ranas. But Cammy says, enough of that high-flying nonsense. Here is a big DP for your troubles, defending the skies and my wake-up. And Morgan's got to do this all on her lonesome. That's a good way to do it. Go for a fireball, make Cammy flinch, and just dashing right in with those jets.
Yeah, got those Gatling combos on deck. Very easy to combo with Morgan because Vampire Saver has those chain combos. The trade-off is that they cannot special cancel.
Those magic series, and Morgan to pull a rabbit out of her hat as she wants to pull this off, because here comes Sagat. Great DP, however.
Yeah, excellent DP. As soon as she saw the feet were off the floor, just rising to the occasion and just really taking advantage there. So
not just veteran instincts.
Now here it is.
Cookie has veteran reactions as well.
It all comes down to this. I mean, Ally McBeal takes the lead there with the Crouching Fierce. Cookie responds with 2 pairs of chains, but it all comes down to this. What a tiger uppercut. Wow. And that puts Cookie in the corner, who also responds with a DP.
Tit for tat. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Morgan.
Okay, now the activation's not there, but that's 2 stocks there, and the level 3 could really get it close to closing it out. Don't think it'll kill this one, but
this is all right. Morgan's gonna make it happen. I think this is it. Cookie is not pressured whatsoever, just letting go. No, you're what a
time you're right, and it's enough.
No!
It's enough. Unbelievable.
No! Wow,
Cookie had full control of the fight.
We talked
but
about,
my man.
We talked about sleeves to knees. How about fire to feet? I was thinking Cookie knew it was about to happen. It was just about the down back. Instead, she just got swept off her feet.
My man just Rick James his feet on Cookie's couch and then kicked the furniture out the window like it was the 3rd episode of Luke Cage. I don't even know if I want to call that a comeback. That was just one confirmed, just turned everything.
Morgan was gone with the wind the moment that Tiger Ray was activated. My goodness. That is actually heartbreaking and a little bit upsetting, as I thought Cookie had things well in order, hence why I called my shot. But commentator's curse struck again. But hopefully we'll see more of Cookie. That was winners semifinals. Cookie will have one more shot at the big time, but Ally McBeal will be moving forward to the next round. We are now in winners finals of this pool. It is going to be Pat versus Ally McBeal.
Yeah, Ally McBeal who stays on. I mean, Cookie looked in charge of those matchups both towards the end there. And I mean, even though the change from King to Mai, like, it didn't make, like, it didn't hurt her, in my opinion. But wow, the way Ally McBeal was able to steal those last 2 fights in towards his favor and close it out, that really says something there.
So I do believe that. Hold on just a moment. I do believe that Pat is going to be channeling the spirit of Doug Williams, Washington Commanders legend, as he tries to advance out of this pool. He's in a good position to do so, as he has a big life lead with Honda. We said earlier, this is the death row. This is Smoltz, Glavin, and Maddox of CvS2. And you better believe he's going to keep on rolling like he is Fred Durst with those cancels. That is how Pat will get in your head. He'll make you doubt everything you know about yourself, what you know about this game, by saying, whatever, I got the roll cancel glitch. Whatever you want to do, I'll just stop with this.
Now, you know, winning this pool here, getting out in winners final. I mean, you're gonna be really feeling yourself getting up there as well. You're gonna feel like, you know, a Johnny Cash, a legend of rock and roll. But do you know who the winner of this match has to face? Because I'll give you a hint. It'll bring you right down from it'll bring you down from a Slash to a Kid Rock.
Oh no! Is he a cowboy all dressed in black?
No, it's worse. It's Boss.
Oh no! Well,
good confirmed there. That was a really good effort there from Ally McBeal, but Pat with that really strong convert in the stand roundhouse, like, come on, give me Boss. I want it.
I was half right, but instead of it being the ABA, it's going to be the Phenom. So I was half right. I was just off by a couple theme songs.
Indeed, and you know it's gonna. I mean, Ally McBeal's got to go looking out for blood. He's got to channel it. He's got to get that Sega Genesis controller and get that ABACABB.
Smoltz is down. Here comes Glavin. Good old Bipson. The packs by Sonica. Sagat, you dare betray. Oh, chasing you down with a head stomp?
What?
It's like that, Pat?
He got... After the scissor kick, my man charge on charge. Just get all those different directions all cooking. You'd love to see it.
Well, there goes your life. You got hit by the heavy low tiger cannon. My goodness, so much pain.
Closing the distance with the tiger knee, not trying to overcommit there. But
faded.
My man with the roll cancel psycho uppercut. Just so clean.
The save is credited to Bison Glavin.
Yeah, and he's just got Blanca just sitting there in the bullpen warming up for Boss.
So,
JC Exclusive made it to the losers final, where he will wait to the less fortunate player here.
And
I mean, is it really more fortunate if you're facing Boss in the next round, though?
Some people.
I mean,
like
I'd say
challenge.
so. You want that experience, you know. You want that experience. You want to be able to get a tournament setting against the best of the best. It makes you, no matter how bad your ass gets beat, and no matter how bad the YouTube comments clown on you, like, the experience makes you better. Always. I hate that shit. Like, going to retro tournaments and like. And some people go like, oh, good job beating me. You got to face Damdai in the next round. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take on Damdai. He makes me a better Super Turbo player.
Hey, it took me a long time before I had those comments. I just said, bring it on, and then I just wound up winning anyway. Took some time. It was a good feeling to have eventually crossed that milestone. However, it looks like Ally McBeal has finally kicked another gear to try and cross the milestone, cross the wall that is the bullpen of Pat from DMV.
Yeah, and with those Blanca hops, he's just going clubhouse to clubhouse there. I mean, you saw triple cross-ups there. Really puts himself in a good position to take a rare life lead that we haven't yet seen in this tournament. Direct lightning, though, a little bit too late. And you're going to go and catch these hands. Pat Van Pelt is going to go and get some 3 slaps there on to the next Cammy.
Smoltz sending Ali's Blanca back to the dugout. RC hands. Look how much meter that builds, too. Like, get a deep one like that. Look how much that builds. Ooh, no.
It's better than home. I gotta say, it's better than what a lot of other characters that you classify as batteries can do.
Okay, good dive.
Oh, the hooligan combination. You know, he was going for that, though. Okay. Wake up level 3 there. Cancels it into the hands there. Nobody home, though. Against that Wake Up Super, you love to see it. That was a really good conversion from Ally McBeal.
It was. Ali's faring better this round than the last for sure. All right, here comes Glavin.
Yeah, it seems he's got a lot more like just footing. Like, just seems a lot more comfortable in this one as opposed to the first fight we saw. But I mean, Pat Van Pelt is still very much in control here.
But got him with
JD's the missed punish on the sweep there.
Skull Diver, and Cammy's not really defending against it. Maybe Cammy's trying to get a just defend instead of a DP or some kind of anti-air?
That's Psycho Crusher. That's all it needs. And now, Pat Van Pelt just needs to get through a K-Groove Sagat to get to out of pools in winners.
It's going to be tight, but it's not insurmountable for Ali McBeal. This is Sagat after all. However, RC Scissor Kick, RC Psycho Crusher, there's lots of things that Bison can do in this particular groove to ruin whatever plan you may have. Everybody has a plan until they get roll cancel, but then there's Tiger Raid.
Activated. I cannot believe all of the random Tiger Raids that have hit in this tournament. It's insane.
Ali McBeal is batting a pretty high average with it right now. Oh
yeah,
no,
we're also seeing
it. What were you doing? But a punish, finest KO. Look how quickly he rebuilt K-Groove for another Tiger Raid.
I mean, we saw Kaya Man just getting a whole bunch of mileage out of that conversion there. That was a good response there from Ali McBeal.
Here comes Maddox.
Now we get to this. We get to see the Blanca for the first time in this set.
All right, so this is as close as anyone's gotten so far against Pat. He's been on a rampage this whole stream.
That was a really good JD against the cross-up. He needs another. Okay, now he's hit enough, so if he gets a good conversion here, he can really turn the tide, but he's going to blow it on a low Tiger Cannon. A little impatient for my taste, and then walks right into that low Fierce. As you mentioned, very, very tall pointing hitbox, especially if you're a 7-footer like Sagat. It's not the kind of, you're not going to be able to dunk through that. What an amazing performance there from Pat Van Pelt, getting out of pool 1 on the winner's side.
Cut down like George Morrison, the shame. Good stuff, Pat. And once again, that is winners finals of that is winners finals of this pool. Al McBeal has one last chance to make this happen. It is going to be against JC Exclusive.
Yeah, JC Exclusive we saw earlier in the bracket going up against Pimpbot 9000. That's what we saw earlier in the stream. Really good stuff there, but Pimpbot had an incredible performance with that Geese. Definitely was one of my favorite parts of the earlier portion of the stream. So now we're going to see him back on going up against Ali McBeal, who we have for the 3rd time in a row. So Ali McBeal had a great performance, stealing it from Cookie there. Looked pretty strong against Pat Van Pelt. Like that was a good performance there. I'd give it a passing grade. So let's see if he could go further and get out of this pool and get through JC Exclusive.
Once again, thank you to Vortex Gallery for hosting all this stuff. Thank you to Evo as a whole for all they do, and may your title as the biggest fighting event of the year continue to rise higher and higher now that we are back out of the plague. And we will see what kind of pox JC can put on the house of Ali McBeal here in losers finals of this pool.
You know, since he calls himself and identifies as Ali McBeal, I wonder if sometimes like there's like a gif of that dancing baby that like was associated from that show. There we go, aging myself. I like the low profile of. I like how the Stan Roundhouse low profiles against the high Tiger shot too. That's something I really enjoy about that matchup. But ooh, nothing there. But still, wow, no punish and then jump back anti-air. Whatever exchange that was interesting.
I don't know if that was trying to get a low hop punish or Sagat botching an input, because you could do literally anything but that. That was like Chris Paul in Game 4 of the 2021 Finals. Just do anything but what you just did.
It's like watching a cruiserweight wrestling match with no selling and someone botches an arm drag. And so there's like a Hurricane Rana, a drop kick, and like 4 things going on at once. And I just feel bad for the commentators.
It's like
but not me.
It's like Brett Favre throwing a pick.
I deserve no sympathy.
Well, I have on good authority heaven's a place on earth. Oh, cross crud DP, the Ken Classics. Nice to see Ken Masters here on stream. All the way here.
Yeah, Ken is a solid character. Usually you see him with A or C groove, but with P groove, I mean, don't forget he's a top tier character in Third Strike. Good block on the ground shave rolling. But yeah, JC got him back in the corner. Well, I think Ken is a solid character in this game. I really do.
Well, something else about Ken in Third Strike is that he has a small a small super bar to build those super tatsus with. This is kind of all the same bar. That being said, he's holding
Yeah, because he really benefits. He really benefits, especially from the C groove cancel, especially the level 2 Shoryu Reppa is something people are a big fan of. And did he just finest KO himself?
Yes.
Like he just threw that DP out of nowhere, mistimed. Like here, have this finest KO. Have the height.
He was saying, okay, he's going to let it rip right now. I'm going to catch him just as he comes, and then he realized Blanc could charge it longer than that.
I've just never seen anything like that. He just finest KO'd himself. It's amazing.
It's like those samurai movies where they catch the blade between their hands. In this situation, Ken missed completely.
Yeah, a few fingers fell off there.
Yeah, a few fingers, and there's a big hatchet in the middle of your head.
Yeah, it's like cooking at a hibachi and you got some of the egg on a Karen's shirt. You know, she's not going to leave a good tip. She probably wasn't going to leave a good tip anyway, ordering a filet mignon well done. But, I mean, you catch my drift.
Well, don't look now. Here is the manager, a.k.a. Sagat, the boss.
Yeah, gets out of the corner with Tiger Raid there. But now, yep, guard is crushed. Only gets a sweep out of that, but that's fine for JC. Still has a life lead after that Tiger uppercutted.
Battle of top tiers, battle of the heavyweights. Roman Brock all over again.
Oh, great cross up into the lightning. Whiffs on the stand roundhouse there. JC still has that full meter too. I mean, he's been out with it, but does not need to.
Sweep.
And if you like anti-air sweeps, you've come to the right game.
I do love me some anti-air sweeps. Give me more of that Jiaoyu stuff. Cross Tekken. Give me 6 of them in a row.
JC with Ken Masters on a winning team there, so I like seeing that. And so far, I've been pretty decent with P Groove. I mean, there are some very solid P Groove players. One of my favorites is VDO, who surprisingly wasn't in this bracket, but he was doing work in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is his actual game. But he's really, really solid with P Groove. Seen him do great work with it. He usually uses Geese on his team, though. But JC is looking interesting here. Yeah, the MMA guy.
Yeah, we talked earlier about P Groove and how it was something that was looked at with skepticism, but we've seen 2 really strong P Groove players already.
Yeah, I mean, pairing is, in my opinion, and the opinion of many OG fighting game enthusiasts, probably the most broken mechanic in fighting game history. So if you can take advantage of it, definitely the sky's the limit.
Or, well, that's a more literal case, because once you have parry, the sky gets limited very quick once you learn how to parry jump-ins.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Good anti-air there of JC exclusive, like able to even it up there, so making sure no life advantage happens. So we'll see how he does against Ali McBeal's Blanca. This K-Groove Blanca was pretty solid. Got some really good cross-up stuff going on there, so.
Super jump.
I'm liking this Ken, though. I'm liking this Ken, yeah.
I forgot that P also has that super jump, that big, giant leap of faith. And Ken has some good air drills to use that with.
Because some characters had that in Third Strike, so they included that. Like, Ibuki's in the game, so she has that. And then there's also jump cancels from, like, Chun-Li and some other characters as well. So I can definitely see why they'd include super jumps in P Groove.
Ooh, Hana with the K version. And it auto-corrected. That's interesting.
Yeah, ground shave rolling, hell of an anti-air. Yeah, switches the directions, turns immediately on a dime. Really works towards his favor.
JC on the last character. We will see what he can do with it.
Yeah, JC winning the first fight we saw earlier with this Blanca. I mean, we saw at the end converting against Ken, the self finest KO, and I'm going to call it that. Those are some really good sweeps.
That time, don't go for any heroics. Just let it burn out. Throw break.
Yeah, that really hurts Ali McBeal, and JC able to get really close within striking distance here. So
it's a lot of life.
Ali McBeal's tournament life here with this Sagat. So very interesting how these things play out. This is losers final, so the winner of this, what it seems.
Go to the top 8, I would think.
Yeah, this is a top 8 qualifier. The winner of this goes up against Jay.
All right. And as a reminder, top 4 will not be on this stream. That will be with Team Spooky, and you can check that on YouTube at your convenience once this is played out for you. Be sure to watch things in order. It makes things much more intriguing. You get to see the build. You can get to have the sizzle and the steak. We are now tied at 1. Let us see who gets the feast.
Well, I'm on commentary for both anyway, so yeah. I'm getting paid both ways. So
you are the man. Team Khris, everybody, shout out Team Khris for stepping up for this game and many other games. His voice is truly something magnificent to listen to.
Of course, this is my favorite fighting game growing up and today. So, being a part of it, being played at this level, is always an honor, and just really love it, and really love how much the community's grown over the last few years. That especially, I think it's the most rewarding.
As it is mine, my friend, and thanks to the power of Fightcade and Rollback, it will have many more chances to grow now that it is so easy to play online and to find people to play online to further level up your game. Be sure to check it out on Fightcade too.
Yeah, good DP punish. Ally McBeal was able to get the corner pressure on the left. Now got some corner pressure on the right. That could chip it out, and it does. Did. Yeah, takes it here. So JC holding on to 2 characters here. All comes down to this Ken that he's still sticking with, as well as this Blanca. So shout outs to him. He's not just going to throw out a Shoto out there. He's going to stick with the Shotos. So Crouch Fierce is such a good anti-air in this game as well. Like, it's super reliable as an anti-air.
Ken has some really strong confirms as well. So we've seen a few characters now with almost Street Fighter 4 type links. And Ken has some really good confirms.
Yeah, you just see that link there from the low short into the low fierce there. Like, Ken is a really fun character to use in this game. He honestly is.
Absolutely. You saw that short hop light kick linger a bit. Couldn't really tell when it was about to end and how long it was out.
Yeah, and according to what Onikage says, they put short hop in this game to make it reminiscent of the universal overhead. But one thing you're noticing, there's the parry, yeah, and leads to that jump in. That was good. Yeah, you weren't really seeing much parrying coming from JC's Ken, but you got it with the air to air, and then that leads to the opportunistic sweep. So that keeps him around. Sees what he can do here against Ali's Blanca. Off to a pretty decent start, okay, but just but a scratch.
Let's scratch your arms off.
Yeah, now he's got a 2-character advantage here. So let's see. He's got to get a good conversion from the P groove there, because it's going to take a while to build back up against like if he makes it to Sagat. So you want to have that on deck when you go up against Sagat. Good sweep in response to the blocked Blanca ball with going with that down forward fierce.
JC so far has done a good job with getting those Oki setups off that fist sweep. Ooh, there you go. Good anti-air. But bust out into the electric super ball. Finest KO.
What a finest. And JC is in a perfect position here to get this clutch comeback to decide who makes it in the top 8. So now we're at the final characters here. Ali Sagat versus JC's exclusive. One will make it out, and the other one is the last one to drown in pool 1.
You never want to be the one to turn out the lights. You know, when you shut down the pool, you say the last one not turn out the lights. You don't want to be that guy.
No, you absolutely do not. And right now it's looking like JC just eating a few fierces there. Really significant life lead there, holding up for Ally McBeal.
Just thrown away like yesterday's trash. Ally McBeal moves forward and will be heading to top 8. Good stuff,
advancing to the top 8. Yeah, we're going to give you some of that top 8 action there. So going up through some of the matchups here, we actually... Oh, no, this isn't... We have one more match here that's outside of the top 8. We have the winner's final from Pool 3. So this is not top 8, but rather a top 8 qualifier. It's going to be Clockwork, who I believe is wearing that godlike Sean Kemp jersey, and Dr. B. And there's Dr. B, old school, sitting on the floor. Oh, no, sorry, that's Ally McBeal, still picking up his stuff there. But also, that's what I love about EVO, You get to see a lot of old school players playing what they call John Choi style, which is seated on the floor. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go to the other setup here. Here's Clockwork and here's Dr. B. This is the winners final of Pool 3 that we're gonna be bringing over to you.
Clockwork, a fighting game legend in many games. He's even had a hand in making games of his own. If I recall correctly, he was at one point part of the staff of Power Rangers Battle for the Gosh Darn Grid.
Well, it's awesome to see. Awesome to see, just getting this far in the game, just showing off that OG talent. And the loser of this match goes to the losers final, where they will play against Elden Lord 420.
Hey, being part of a fighting game staff is fun, so I don't blame him for trying to pursue that path.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, just getting work and using that skills to get the development of the games up. That's just an amazing thing. And hopefully we do get to see more community representation that makes future games just all the more awesome to use.
We're entering an era, and this is something CvS might not have to worry about, being Capcom, SNK are all nice to each other now, as you saw this last EVA with all the cross-promotion they had. We're entering an era where a lot of these fighting games that maybe got lost in the sands of time are getting fan sequels, fan remakes. Godzilla being one of them. But CvS
that Godzilla game's hype.
But CvS might have a proper new CvS in the near future, depending how things go.
It's just great because with more accessibility, people get more of a chance to play what they like. Dr. B, really decisive here with this Blanca. And with Dr. B's S-Groove being on the stream, that means that walked right into that Raging Storm there and then got Finest KO'd. But with Dr. B's S-Groove, that means that every groove has been represented on this stream. So that's something really cool to see. Surprisingly, haven't seen a lot of A groove. We did see it earlier with I think it was
Bass.
No, was it Bass? It was I think it was Ahmad.
Ahmad, that's right.
Yeah, Ahmad was using was doing an excellent job there. So, but Boss is coming later on, so Boss is coming on next. And with that, you are going to see some A groove the way it should be played.
No disrespect to Ahmad, of course, that he's repping A groove, but yeah, looks like for now it's going to be Dr. B, a CvS2 legend in his own right. A lot of people have an opinion about him, but I love his passion, I love his energy, and I think the last few years have seen him really grow into showing people just how much he loves this game. And it's not just about him, it's about the community and what he's building. He is building something special, he is on a mission, and we will see if that ambition and his dedication to this game and what it represents is enough to take out Clockwork.
S-Groove 1 critical gives you an infinite amount of level 1 supers there, and we saw Dr. B resort to it 3 times. And within the last 4 or 5 years, since kind of that well-documented beef with Justin occurring on social media, since all that went along and how that gone about, Dr. B's faced off against some really good, talented players, got the opportunity to play multiple times in Japan as well, and that'll definitely level you up if you get to play some Japanese footsies in this game, especially in CvS2. There's so much great talent across the Pacific there that Dr. B got an opportunity to fight against, and you're seeing it pay in spades. Clockwork here going with an interesting team here now, making the change to Geese, Rio, and Sagat.
Rio's a character I barely see, but he can definitely pile on pain in a very big hurry if he gets his hands on you. That much I will say.
Yeah, I think Rio is pretty solid in this game. I think he's okay, just mostly mid-tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clockwork is letting Dr. B charge up, and that's just letting him get a little bit more shock value out of that.
Oh no, did you just carry electricity?
Great counter.
Wow. Geese with the rubber flesh-colored gloves. Because he just grabbed onto that. He grabbed onto that hazard and said, blah.
He sees that life bar flashing. He's going to go and respond with that anti-air super that gets the job done. I mean, amazing conversion there from Clockwork. Definitely should hit the highlight reel by all means. But Dr. B has just been in complete control
For me, the one thing Rio has problems with, he doesn't really have many cancelable normals to get quality
That's
of
level
life type
3.
cancels.
Why did you let him charge? Oh, Clockwork just let him charge up, and then Dr. B just got the checkmate with 2 moves, deleting Rio from the bracket there.
We didn't really see much of Rio, so I was hoping for a little bit more, but alas, it's time for Sagat.
He let him charge.
Yeah! You can't be doing that on Blanca. Look, he can just do it for free now. He's playing with food. Look, what are you doing sticking out? Okay, there you go. DP. Eventually, Sagat had to do something, and that's a good answer for it. Invincibility.
Yeah, real
frame,
nice.
And the big belly laugh from
Real
Sagat.
nice final. That finest KO. Real nice. Real nice, but, I mean, how much more degeneracy we're going to see? I think Dr. B's Dictator is an even bigger degenerate.
I can definitely see it. Just firing off.
Yeah, especially using the dodge feature. That's level 2 scissors. Short hop. Good punish. DP punish. I mean, he's looking rent-free in Clockwork's head.
Uh-oh. Good. Oh, didn't get all of it. Got most
Wow.
of it.
Yeah, the high tiger shot. That's still some pretty good damage. I mean, it's level 3. Oh,
trade.
against the low fierce.
The classic.
But the trade works, and yeah, the clock struck there on that low fierce. They're able to get that good trade. But now Dr. B here on match point with this S-Groove Sagat. This S-Groove is a good fit for Sagat.
It is. He has one of the best blowbacks of the game, I think.
Yeah. It's also that, and just good access to damage and confirms. Now, Clockwork got some good licks there, but Dr. B was very happy to take those trades, and he advances out of pools and onto the winner's side.
Okay.
So we got Boss versus Pat Van Pelt. That's coming up next. Sorry.
No worries.
And on the other side, we got Dr. B going up against Kilomax. Kilomax, a legendary player as well. That match is really looking hype.
I'll look at the bracket right now. Bass. I've said this a few times. I think I said it when I was interviewed by Arturo last spring. Bass is someone that I try to pattern my career after. His dedication to his game is truly admirable. Although in hindsight, maybe Dr. B is a little bit more like me than I realized. We've had a lot of time to talk, especially in the pandemic, and we realized we had a lot in common. Our passion for our respective games. Both Bass and Dr. B with CvS2, me of Cross Tekken. So Bass is one of the people I look up to in this community. I don't have many people I can really say I put on a pedestal as someone, this is what I want to be, and Bass is one of those guys. And Pat, known him for many years, admires dedication, and seeing him in his favorite game make noise here at the biggest stage of them all, it's been a treat. Let us see if it is enough to take out the legend and multi-time EVO champion known as Bass. No introduction needed.
Yeah, it's really, really nice to see here just the progression of like still the people keeping this game alive and keeping us together and doing that. And there's some other really great talent in this bracket as well. We also got to see some good fights there from Silent Scope and his Rugal doing work. So, and also shout outs to other players like Jay and, Elden Lord 420, doing amazing work there. So, Boss is, one thing interesting, Boss is using Yamazaki in this tournament. I've seen his Yamazaki used on stream. Really fun to watch. And it's just great seeing what he can do here.
Rules. See, I play Yamazaki usually with a groove that takes advantage of his grab super, which you won't be seeing much of in A groove, so that's a shame. But yeah, something else Yamazaki does, he does have some great combos, and you see how much pushback he gets from the dust kick canceled into the scratch attack.
Yeah, it's a very rewarding character with A groove as well, and especially just the mix-ups and the pressure and the neutral and the reach of his pokes there. I think that was a roll cancel slash there.
Possibly. Unfortunately, Honda kind of opened him up with that low sumo smash, and that was the end of that. Time for the trademark of Bass, the Bison. We shall see if a
we all know what his Dictator.
there he goes.
Yeah, we all know what this
popped it.
dictator can do. And we just see it from the jump back activation. He's going to go coast to coast from the Honda float into the Harumaru. I just might as well just... Oh.
That was what, like 75,
just
80%
let him
health?
live.
That was a lot.
Yeah, around there. It could have done a little bit more. I've seen it do more, but I mean, you can't ask for more.
It was from an awkward situation.
Activation there. Activation, yeah, my man, just jumping back with those double strongs, a time-tested Bison air attack that usually works well in his favor. So the Dictator able to even it up again. I mean, that was a really good start there from Pat's Honda, as we saw, was a very heavy, hitting very heavily in the earlier portions of the bracket, but it just, where Boss is just able to change sides and just get his misdirection going. I mean, his activations have been absolutely on point.
Absolutely. And
let's see it again.
Uh-oh, chasing him down. Doesn't get it. But the thing is going to take so much guard meter. But he alpha counters out.
Yeah, he's going to break that guard. But oh, alpha counter! Check out the big brains on Brad.
That is the thing that you can use to stop all that. That's one reason to pick C groove apart from the roll cancel. Having an option like that, so when you're stuck in an A groove situation, you see your guard gauge and health is whittled to nothing, takes all the chip. That's your answer. Get
but
use
look
it,
at this.
Get out of it.
Boss's Dictator is absolutely untouched. I mean, it's just like all those different bullets just not hitting Sam Jackson. It's looking like divine intervention.
Dude, I was just speaking tongues there.
I mean, a full two-character advantage against Pat Van Pelt is just a beautiful thing to see.
For me, it's blowing my mind. I'm talking like Great Khali just going bleh, bleh, trying to make words come out. Uh-oh.
No guard break.
He's just going to take it. That's fine. He knew by the end it wouldn't be much of a conversion, so that's not the worst idea. Oh no, trying to electric,
that was actually...
a little bit earlier. Dizzy, oh no!
Yeah, he can't...
Oh no! Disaster.
Oh, he came out of that face, but did the guy just do the cross-up scissors? Boss, please! Yep, the stop short ball both times into the electricity. Pat's like, I at least want to see your Blanca.
It won't be much to see because you won't have very long to see it. So I think Bass has Pat on a chain right now. 1-0 Bass here on the winner's side of top 8.
The winner of this will advance over to the winner's final of the top 4, and the loser of this match will be facing off against Elden Lord 420, who just off stream beat Sledge of God.
Very interesting. Okay.
So Boss going back at it with the same team. The Yamazaki got washed earlier by Pat's Honda, but Boss very easily able to even it up there with some really good Dictator play.
That he has thus far. Yamazaki has some fantastic normals, but against a roll-canceling Honda, they can only do so much. Oh, he wanted a parry. He was about to call it out, but Pat waited his turn.
Yeah, that was good awareness by Pat. Definitely avoiding that, because that counter would definitely cause some trouble. Here comes the activation, but no, nothing there, but still gets the counter, and it juggles. He was able to hit the counter in the middle of the A-groove combo. That's on you, Pat. It's on you.
Trying to make him feel bad. Trying to get the heat shoulder out of him.
He got a counter in the middle of a custom combo. Are you kidding me? Right. Man, Boss just continues to blow all of us away in this game. Seriously, he is just... It's like watching Kareem when all the other centers in the NBA weren't drafted yet.
Hey, don't be dumping on Dave Cohen's, all right? That guy's the man.
Yeah, and Moses Malone, I know, but it's just... I mean, Kareem was just in a class of his own.
Alvin Adams, the prototype point center, I'm just saying. That guy's a bro. I met him once. He looks like the Lost Beetle. He has that facial expression to him. All right, and speaking of beetles, I think Cammy might be calling help in a moment because here comes the linchpin of what makes Bass so frightening, A-Groove Bison. But now we have a ticket to round because here comes Blanca. As he will get very round, going for all those horror balls and the nonsense therein. Should he have a chance to, which he very well might not, because it's time to paint the fence, and it is a lovely shade of purple. Yeah, this is looking rough. Some taps. And those normals just took so much guard meter as well. And because Bass has obviously dealt with roll cancel, so I think Bass actually credited the one with finding roll cancel back in the location test days, if I recall correctly. That's the lore. And he just said nothing about it, knowing he could exploit it in tournaments. Again, that's the lore I've heard. It might be complete conjecture and fictitious fan fiction, but what is real is Bass moving forward 2-0. Okie dokie. Once more, shout-outs to the people that we are working with right now. Shout-outs to Vortex Gallery for hosting this wonderful event, along with many, many others. As things progress, as years progress, I'm sure that we will continue to bring great memories to all these wonderful games. It's not just what you see on the main stage, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many fighting games with such rich history that are still being played, like CvS2, being played 21 years later, and Vortex Gallery has made their mission to get all those games that may not be on the main stage, but to show them why they may be worthy of the main stage should you present yourself and present the case for it. Next up's going to be Dr. B and Killimax here in top 8.
Yeah, Killimax, very strong heavy hitter player. Definitely was a favored player to make it further, to go really far in this bracket, but Dr. B's been just nothing but on the side of improvement here. Team First Strike's very own. So we got the same matchups going against each other. They got the same characters, just gonna switch against the order there. The only difference is Cammy and the Dictator. And P-Groove against S-Groove. Killimax, very notable, solid third strike player, if I recall. So parrying definitely runs through the blood.
That's our third P-Groove player we've had this stream.
Yeah, very interesting to see more P-Groove than A-Groove in this tournament, but you love to see it.
And we said earlier, Fightcade, another one of our great supporters here for the CvS2 scene. Rollback was finally unlocked for CvS2 during the pandemic, which has opened the door for more people to play each other from a variety of areas and share all the tech they have. So if you're from a scene that maybe you think that hasn't figured out, then now you have an opportunity to play people who may have more to offer because there's more ways to play and more ways to play coherently.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the courageous Killimax there, trying to parry all of Blanca's lightning. I love it. I love those kind of plays.
This is Evo. You gotta have some kind of Showtime effect, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Go hard or go home. So here we have. So yeah, all right, good stuff, Killimax. But Killimax has been known, and this is an interesting thing. His Blanca's ratio 2. That's the second character. He's been. They have seen before. Sometimes he'll use his ratio 1 in front. I've heard that before from some players using that interesting tactic. So it's interesting how it plays out. But you are seeing his ratio 2 in action.
So you saw that S-Group also has some level of alpha counter, and that is something that Dr. B used just now to stop that electricity going on.
Yeah, he used his charge for it, and this time got a really good whiff punish there. Still has to charge up a little bit more meter to get that level 3.
There's been a lot of people struggling to deal with that charge.
They're just letting him do it, honestly. You can't do that. You gotta like rainbow ball or something. That was a good heads up play by Kilomax there. And again, yeah, taking it with the throw. Good stuff there.
Kilomax now up 2-1. Let us see if Sagat has what it takes to put things back in Dr. B's favor. That's a decent sliver of health that Kilomax has, though.
I like how Kilomax is denying the charge, trying to do what he can there. He can only get it 2 or 3 squares at a time. Dr. B is really good at buffering kind of some charge in there at a time, but Kilomax is still going with the heads up. We saw earlier against Clockwork, like Dr. B was able to get it going in those areas, and it definitely paid off big time, as he was just needed a few hits to close it out. This time gets a few favorable trades against the Blanca Ball, and now we are about to get our first point. Final character.
Okay, here we go.
This is a ratio 1. Kilomax is a ratio 1. Be aware.
Yes, and that's a big problem because we said earlier, we said a few times now, normals are so gosh darn powerful this game, and Sagat is like the king of normals. What a parry!
What a parry into the low forward into super. Kilomax get a lot of mileage out of that.
Careful.
But Sagat's got level 3 on the radar. Again, great parry and conversion there. Gets the throw. Kilomax getting the first fight there.
Yeah, Kilomax.
Winner here faces boss in the top 4.
Kilomax on the board. Dr. B looking mortal for a little bit there. A lot of players were
those
struggling.
parries were clutch.
A lot of players were struggling with that dodge. And it looks like Kilomax has found a rhythm that Dr. B has been dodging to that has made it a little bit less scary.
And I like the aggression, not letting him charge too much, and then just being able to pressure him and then catch some buttons at the right time. And also, even like watching for Dr. B getting predictable with the S-groove dodge. Those kind of tactics in particular, like those will work and those will take him very far.
Absolutely. Let us see how much farther they will take him. It is time for game 2. Kilomax up 1-0. For those wondering, I do believe this is 1st to 2 all the way through. Am I correct in assuming that?
It should be, yes.
Yes.
I believe only winners and losers final, because CvS2 takes a long time to play with the 3v3 format. I mean, it's not as long as Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is basically Marvel without damage.
Well, we will get into that. We're talking about CvS2. We're talking about, what you call it, the king of footsie games? This is what Real Honest Fighting looks like?
Yeah, I mean, this is like where you got a lot. This is one of the games where like you mentioned before, normals have a lot of priority. They can even like interrupt supers and stuff. So spacing, technique, and being able to have the best exchange of normals. I mean, it's going to take you far in this game.
And we'll see how much farther it takes Kilomax. It is Blanca versus Sagat, battle of the heavyweights. Who will rule this roost? And this is just our first match right now in this game.
Oh, wow, what a good tech throw. And Kilomax getting that low short there, putting him 2 characters away from making it into the top 4. Dr. B's got to really dig deep into the potential with this Dictator and Sagat. Turn the tide.
What a DP.
That was a really good anti-air.
All right, Kilomax so far, even though he has his big life deficit, we see how much damage this character can do. Even though this is about ratio 1, it's still Sagat. You got to respect it. Good parry, and oh no, you didn't get the confirm. You got a couple of jabs, but you didn't get the buffer you wanted. Or maybe he just wants some simple tests. Oh, big head stomp.
Oh,
I like it. Keeping it
big
simple.
head stomp, yep.
Street Fighter 2 stuff.
That closes it out, but he's not going to get much health back. He's going to be at around 50% HP going up against this Blanca that we've seen Kilomax have some very strong performance with.
Yeah, Kilomax so far with this, I do love this color as well. This is the Hyper Fighting Blanca.
Oh, what a start there from Kilomax. And this is like really running late in the match too. He scissors over to safety. You don't see that too often, but it does. Okay, level 3 on deck, so
there's
he
gonna be a
can...
bust out coming. Right there.
He needs some robbery, and there it is!
Dancing on his
Level
face,
3 off the scissors.
but a chip out. So I called him
That super helps, though.
I called him Pacers Blanca. I realized this is the West Coast. This is more San Diego Chargers Blanca.
Definitely more of a Chargers Blanca. He's definitely approaching, got that Austin Eckler energy. And Dr. B, I mean, holding on to his winner's bracket run here. He's got to eliminate basically 2 nearly full-powered characters with his S-Groove Sagat just to be able to get to see another fight.
Whoa! Good dodge.
Good dodge there. Great timing.
That Matrix stuff. Woo! Slow motion.
Yep. Wake up, Tiger Uppercut. Don't bring that electricity my way. I will cut your power bill.
All right. Well, we'll see who's going to be having lights out soon enough. Because right now, this is the last character that Dr. B has to offer, and Kilomax still has one more waiting in the wings, looking to close out.
Yeah, if Dr. B doesn't end it soon, it's going to severely cap the amount of life he gets back. But that was Kilomax's ratio 2. So once again, the last character there is going to be a ratio 2 against 1. This gives Dr. B a very significant advantage in the damage disparity. But great parries by Kilomax to start the show.
And I do like using the blowback to put distance between him and Cammy, since Cammy does excel more at the mid-range than the long range.
The low tiger shot there. Okay, but quickly charges back up due to having the character across the screen. Yeah, exactly as you mentioned. Like having attacks that blow back, send them full screen. It definitely benefits the S-Groove user because
so much damage, but he couldn't parry all of it.
Low and chips it out.
You couldn't parry all of it. Sagat just had to get closer to observe his kill. He wanted to get a nice good view of that victory.
He put the low tiger cannon right beside his ear, and with the voice of Trinity whispered, "Dodge this."
Shock the system, my friend. Shock the system. Let's see who emerges undisputed, as this is the deciding game of this set.
That was a really hype comeback there from Dr. B. I mean, Dr. B, it looked like his fate, I mean, he had his work cut out for him at a significant disadvantage, but now the momentum has shifted, and let's see what he can pick up from this big win he just got, because, I mean, like, it was really looking scary until that level 3 connected. I mean, to kid confirm it from, like, half a screen away, that's practice.
You mentioned earlier, Dr. B has been on a mission the last 4 or 5 years since his adventures with Justin Wong happened. He has traveled around the world, and I've heard people, I've seen the Japanese footage, I have heard the commentators just get so amped when they see what Dr. B can do, even over there. When you have someone from another country, another culture, screaming your name, screaming in excitement of what you're bringing, that's how you know you have something special, and that's what he's bringing right now. You said it best. I've said it best, Cookie as well, his teammate. Veteran instincts, and this is where it all comes to a head.
I mean, throughout the various different coasts, I mean, throughout the East Coast with CEO, you got the South with Texas Showdown, and I mean, ever since that beef with Justin years ago at Combo Breaker 2019, where it hit the main stage, Dr. B's done nothing but improved. Like, he's only benefited from it, and coming this far and against an excellent player like Kilomax here, who's just showing off some amazing tech with the P groove just to get one-upped by that dodge standing fierce that really puts Dr. B in the driver's seat here. Kilomax with his P groove Honda here holding on. Wow, what a great turnaround there from Dr. B. I mean, Kilomax was so close to victory, but now Dr. B just took all of that momentum like an energy vampire. And what we do in the shadows.
He does have fangs. He does have fangs, after all. Okay.
Wow!
I was thinking
that was direct lightning, though.
Yeah, that was an odd choice. But right now, this is all Dr. B. He is still on his first character, and Kilomax is struggling to find answers right now. Parrying the ball is one option.
I think Dr. B got a little bit aggressive there. Could have hung out, could have charged, could have let the clock roll with the 2-character advantage there. But now if his Dictator can put away the Blanca, I mean, he's going to be able to get into the top 4 going up against Boss.
Battle of the Bay, Raiders versus Chargers. Let's see who comes out on top. Who will emerge on top? Natron Means or Marcus Allen? Let's find out. Or it's Natrone Means. I forget his name. I've heard the name since I was like 5, so cut me some slack.
I think it was Natron. I think it was Natron Means. Yeah, for the Jaguars.
I left out the E.
Yeah. Chargers and Jaguars, I think. Yeah. Kilomax's Blanca really putting up a fight here. That's gonna hurt because P Groove supers aren't free. You got to pay for those cocktails. That's a good conversion, but only level 1 because Dr. B does not have the meter charge. Gets a low profile there. Oh, the finest!
Kilomax is in
the
hero
finest
mode.
Of finishes.
It looked like an OCV about to happen, but instead, now we're down to the last character.
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to Kilomax's P Groove Blanca. I mean, dude just putting in work here. Trying to really put up a fight here and turn the tide, but just that short hop roundhouse. I mean, Dr. B uses a poke, and there's the pop off. There he goes. He's got something to say to the people there.
All right, so unfortunately,
I mean, he's got the right to talk too. Like he's proven making the top 4, going up against Boss.
Absolutely, Dr. B Sagat made Kilomax's Blanca say "ow."
Yeah, but that was a really impressive run there by Kilomax. Kilomax, hell of a player. I mean, just really, you're seeing some really good talent throughout this tournament. And it's just awesome seeing CvS2 played at this level because, I mean, just being able to just roll cancel on reaction like that is something hype, and we're just like really pushing the boundaries of the Matrix here.
All right. Well, and I said it again. We talk about characters. We talk about people leaving an impression on you, and for better or worse, Dr. B and the energy he brings, the whole Team Strike First energy in general, whether it be Dr. B, Cookie, and their associates, they leave an impression on you, and that can make people want to check out what you're representing, in this case, CvS2. Like, we're talking about the characters, just the personalities and all these things. This can rejuvenate scenes, and we're seeing that on full display here, as CvS2 is looking like the same main event game it was many years ago. Just not just the quality of play, but the unique energy it brings with the people that it attracts.
Yes, so the next one here is a losers bracket match. We got Ally McBeal, Star Marvel player we were watching earlier, going up against Jay. Jay here, and yeah, we got the same teams. So we got the exact same teams, just different positioning, and of course both with K Groove. So we'll see who's gonna get angry first.
All right, it's gonna be Chiefs Blanca versus Buccaneers Cammy.
Loving what I'm seeing there, though. Just on point block strings there.
Absolutely, but again, this will be a battle of footsies and normals. Both these characters have great attacks, but where are you going? Defending the skies.
Yeah, great anti-air there. But what I like here about what Jay's Blanca, I believe that's Jay's Blanca, is doing there is really able to keep that guard break meter low and just keep pressing on. But Ally McBeal able to avoid.
Did you see that?
Three JDs. That's like casting Cure level 1 in Final Fantasy.
Yeesh. Casting a spell on me, I am just blown away in amazement. From that awkward pause.
Yeah, that's Ally McBeal's Cammy. That's Jay's Blanca. I just wanted to confirm that for you. And that's a missed cannon spike that Jay will gladly get a good punish on. This is funny, this color scheme for Blanca, because it's hard to tell if he's angry or not. I respect it.
All right.
Neutral jump fierce. That's the best air normal in the game.
That's actually a really bold claim. I mean, it's probably right, but there's so many great air normals in this game. In addition to that, there's also Vega's jump head punch as well. But I can definitely see those double claws coming down being the king of the mountain.
I mean, it's just unmanicured. It's got great reach. Hits on the way up, hits on the way down. Very similar to Chun-Li's neutral jumping roundhouse, which is a button that I love to use in Super Turbo because you just have like some good discretion with your anti-air options with it. So yeah, I mean, maybe there's like 3 or 4 buttons that may like be in the ballpark or around that range, but I wouldn't say they'd be like so much better.
I agree. I do think
Blanca's normals in this game.
I agree it's in contention for the best.
Yeah.
Both, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, he just did a swimmy. See, that's like the Blanca shimmy where you do the short hop and then you short hop out. I call it the swimmy.
Well, we will see if Cammy is left submerged because Blanca wants to bury her before she has a chance to do the same to him. KO, who got it? I think Cammy survived.
Like Blanca. No, Cammy. Yeah, Jay gets it with the spiral arrow. The special takes the priority there, and he gets a little bit of a health boost from that. But Ratio 2 Sagat could easily take that away in one hit.
And he does.
Yep. All it takes is that low fierce. That's all it takes.
Time for the mirror.
All right, a Sagat mirror. Are you excited? You know I am.
All right, color change. This is Bucks and the Hawks.
The Hawks are really wearing red and green. Oh no, the Bucks are wearing red and green.
Yeah.
That's Hawks, huh? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
That's the Spudwed Hawks. Or more.
Man, Jay off to a good start. Gets himself thrown in the corner. What a confirm though from Ally McBeal.
The hot foot. Oh, no confirm though. Too far away. He wanted to just fire right back at him. And now it's time for the
low
battle
fierce
of
keeps Ally
punches.
McBeal within distance.
This one takes it, but whoa! Clutch just defend in the air. It's like a Wuxia film.
Using that JD as an air parry, taking care of business there.
Look at those air theatrics. It's like crouching tiger hitting dragon. In this case, the dragon was grounded. Now it's just tigers flying through the air.
Well, they're just walking on the bamboo branches, like Chayu and Fat, just like just stepping on the bamboo, just tiptoeing on it. Favorite part of the movie.
Have you seen the Dynasty Warriors movie? I was let down by it. I want a complete insanity. I just got a film.
I wasn't expecting much from it.
I wanted Tropic Thunder as a Wuxia film. That's what I wanted from it. Just complete madness.
I can see that.
Anyway, so we are back to reality. It's classic Blanca versus Buccaneers Cammy, and we shall see if...
We will update the score for you in a second.
Yes. Alrighty, so classic Blanca and Jay are... Oh, good job baiting. That's actually really smart. Because Cammy has gone for that anti-air super a couple times now, and that's one case where Jay has scouted, forcing Cammy to burn through her K-groove and not getting anything off of it.
Yeah, I love that just defend on the cannon spike there. Oh, amazing stuff from Jay. Jay's Blanca is it's really nice. Really nice and just the right way to be playing him with K-groove.
Just defend after just defend.
Well, especially when they know each other's sweep range and where they're going to slide, where the balls are going to bounce. I mean, like, you are seeing a precision game of marbles here between these two Blanca balls. It's like electric marbles.
So Jay is at that spot right now, but catches the ground shave rolling, using it as the anti-air despite what the name may imply.
It's not just like marbles. It's actually like playing like the Ren and Stimpy game with the electric fence. It's and marbles.
Well, looks like Jay wants to take all the marbles because he's probably not going to get an OTV, but it's Blanca, who knows?
Oh, of course. And Blanca's just weird like that. Similar to how I can't say the name of the game on stream, yet it was set on Nickelodeon. Interesting times. Okay, so gets the Tiger Knee anti-air. I love how quick the Tiger Knee comes out in this game. Like, sometimes the knee's a little slow, but this one kind of has more shades of the Super Turbo, where he's just straight to business, just like a razor at a 45-degree angle.
And let us see who gets cut from this tournament, because I do believe this is loser's bracket. Am I correct?
Yes, that is correct. This is the round one of losers.
All right, let's see who gets trimmed out of the bracket, because Ally McBeal's tournament life is on the line right now, hanging on the prayer of the Emperor Sagat. And so far, those big knee punches are working. Oh no, but a confirm!
Wow!
So
With
much
the
pain!
light fierce, the reach. That's on you, Sagat. You're too tall. He's too tall. That upward pointing fierce, just like a spear to the chest. Ally McBeal is wounded. That stand fierce goes into the anti-air. Does he have enough to get the JD full? to get the K groove meter full with minimal JDs. We'll see. Got a good response, but the finest finish. Low cannon, and Jay advances after a very strong rally there from Ally McBeal. I mean, just a great back and forth matchup, but Jay won with the same team. And he bested it with the better Blanca, better Sagat, better Cammy, 2 O's. Good run by Ally McBeal, who we see a lot on this stream, who did a phenomenal job running through it, but Jay able to close it out in dominant fashion, if you ask me.
Absolutely. And Ally McBeal, that was a fantastic run throughout this whole stream. I was blown away. You gave us some entertaining times. And even just this last set with the clutch just defend to take that one game, that could have been anybody's game. And don't feel ashamed of your performance. You did fantastic, and we do hope to see you next time, whenever that may be.
So this is going to be the final match of the stream here. It's going to be Pat Van Pelt, who we just saw get defeated by Boss and sent to losers. And he will be going up against Elden Lord 720, Elden Lord 420, my apologies. Elden Lord 420, who defeated Sledge of God. You know, that's kind of funny. Like, that sounds like the most 2021 gamer tag or thing, esports thing. Elden Lord 420 defeating Sledge of God. So let's see how the Elden Lord goes up against Pat Van Pelt.
We have a Ryu, a Chun-Li, and a Sagat. We got some lore going on. All right, lore stuff.
And I love the yellow gi in the sand. I mean, that's good energy there. But I mean,
the Georgia Tech, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket colors, but he just got swatted like a fly.
Yeah, he's a powerhouse, and he got a full meter against Elden Lord's Chun-Li here. So Chun-Li here got good movement here. The sweep's going to be doing a lot of anti-airing, but again, just good stuff here from Pat Van Pelt. Just headbutts again. You thought you could jump. Nope, now you're on the other dune. It's Dune 2, confirmed. More dunes.
Pat is on a mission right now. He is so close to getting the top 4. And I do believe he won Texas Showdown.
Yes, he did. He did, defeating Dr. B.
So I'm sure he is thinking about running it back against him and Bass. But to do so, he must get through the Elden Lord.
Yeah, well, I mean, his Honda's looking good, and you know, getting a potential top 8 OCV, it's not easy. Good conversion there by Elden Lord, hitting those links there with the, I think he hit a stand medium punch there.
This is that Street Fighter 2 Turbo box art battle going on. Rest in peace, Mike McDonald.
Oh yeah, for the Super Nintendo. Good reference there. And what a comeback there, Elden Lord. Showing this is like, this is Dark Souls, I'm gonna go out like that. I'm gonna go out in like 2 hits, but I'm gonna fight back.
That's right.
So Elden Lord definitely knows.
You unlock the next stage.
That's right. Well, let's see if he could take down the dictator of the lands between.
All right. So Tom, what were you trying to do? Something fancy, but Sagat just threw him right back.
Did you see that?
I did.
My man hit the Psycho. He hit the Psycho Crusher, then did the Jamal Crawford, and then backed off to keep him in the corner, and then kept it going. Then said, "You know what? I'm gonna spend a little bit of this meter." But now Elden Lord's looking at a guard break.
Have you noticed that Jamal Crawford these days looks like Don Cheadle?
No, I haven't. But he's a god.
He is.
I mean, like he's got the best. I think he's got like top 5 all-time handles.
It's probably the way his hair is right now.
Well, no, didn't get the chip there. That allows Elden Lord to get the throw and the level 3 Psycho Crusher. And just when you thought it was close, I mean, don't forget, there's a Blanca sitting in the back seat there.
Maddox,
just chilling.
Maddox will have his time, but for now, Smoltz and Glavin have got it.
Yeah, this team is really strong, really good. Elden Lord gonna stick to his guns. It's Elden Lord 420. Going out guns blazing.
I wish I saw more of this Ryu, like, in general. I hope there's some footage out there of this Ryu. 'Cause I don't see Ryu much in CvS2. I think, obviously he's not really, top tier, but I do
I don't
think
see him at all.
I'm just curious. Like, I'm just curious about him. I want to see what he can do.
No, I don't even think he's anywhere near as good as like his Alpha 2 iteration.
Oh,
That's
no.
a good cross up there. Oh, good links. Jab, jab, low forward into
there
the
we go.
Shinku Hadouken. More cross up action. Got that link into that crouching strong, but
He got a
like
crouching
what I'm
fusion
wondering,
too.
but does he do like what I want Ryu to have in like old school games is I like when he has the toward, like they brought this move back in SF6, the toward medium kick where it's like that hop kick.
Oh yeah,
He has that in
forward
Alpha
medium
2.
kick, yeah. He has
And
in
it's
this
got
game
like
as
what
well.
else he has in what else he has in Alpha 2 is he has a fake fireball. And
Wait,
like they
does-
complained about that a lot in HD Remix.
Wait, does he
And
have?
like
Does he have the?
in Alpha
forward,
2, yeah.
Does he have the forward kick in this game? I forget. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Yeah, sorry, that was my mistake. I had a brain fart. It's just he feels so much like his Alpha. It's more like his Street Fighter 2 version, I guess.
But I think, and I'm having some brain fog here, like there are some things like with wait, I think you could get Shin Shoryuken from a sweep. I think that's one of the things I used to see like Ryu be able to do, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good start though. I mean, like that was
That was
like
great.
really took out his Honda, and then really like put
Honda's
a dent
been
on Claw on
Honda's
Dictator.
been
So
baffling everyone. Honda's been having a lot of people throughout this tournament. So to see Honda dismantled by a character that most people sleep on, like Ryu, that's impressive. So Elden got. Hey, I got my wish. I get to see Ryu at a high level like this. Thank you, Elden Lord.
yeah, definitely happy. And if he can hold on to this lead, if the Chun-Li can avenge the death of her father here, we can see more of that Ryu. Ah, good throw.
Well, you say that, but don't forget what day it is that we're recording this. For Chun-Li,
Ooh.
this was the... Well, right now it's... For Chun-Li, this was the most stressful day of her life, but for Bison, and for us, it is Tuesday.
And for us, it's Tuesday. Yeah.
Go figure.
I see what you did there. It's really hard to like anti-air Vega with Dictator with sweep to Kikosho. That's a really good combo, especially if characters are going into the air. But Pat Van Pelt just picking his spots, and then finding the right Psycho Crusher to
That's
close it
another-
out. And now he's on match point.
That's another thing that makes Bison strong, because of the Hell Attack stuff and the fact you have air block and C groove. He can just chicken block you for days and use that move as well to make you think what's going to come next.
Yeah, and he can even kill with the alpha counter. So you got to watch out for that too as well.
Guard crush coming.
This is good damage. Yeah, this Dictator's looking good, and especially got a conversion before the guard crush. Oh, the Skull Crusher would have got it, but he flew away. The low fierce able to get away from that danger, because we
Greg
saw
Maddox,
also what
Greg Maddox
we
on
saw
the
what he
mound.
could do.
Greg
We
Maddox
saw
on
what
the
Pat
mound.
was able to do
Yeah.
with the guard breaks. I mean, when he gets the guard breaks, he confirms them. He confirms them into supers. He's not just going to get a free hit. I mean, he's going to like position, like he's going to play some T-ball and swing for the fences. He's going to put the ball on the tee and get his golf club out, and he's going to swing for like, he's going to get that. He's swinging for the fence. He's going to get it on the green. So here we go. We got Elden Lord here. I mean, Elden Lord really pulling here. He's got it close. Got it close,
Got
and he's
him.
got to keep moving. But oh no, you thought stepped into the wrong part of that. Blanca's just going to leave his little 7-foot Muay Thai outline on the snow
Maddox.
and close it out. Pat Van Pelt advances.
Blanca Maddox with that fastball special. Gets him every time.
He nailed it, and he advances. So in the other side of losers, Kilo Max, who we just saw against Dr. B, he defeated Jay, and who we just saw go in the last match against Ally McBeal, and that closes out the top 4, which is going to be on the winner's side, Boss versus Dr. B, and then you got Kilo Max against Pat Van Pelt, who we just saw with an amazing fight against Elden Lord 420, who put up a great effort, especially against some heavy hitters here. Just really good comeback stuff, and all around just a great bracket. I mean, overall 64 heads coming out here for CvS2. Just being able to see the game played like that is just godlike. And if you want to see the top 4, just head on over to Team Spooky. You got the top 4 on commentary is me alongside Onakage, who did a wonderful job helping run this tournament, alongside all the staff of Vortex Gallery. I mean, just all around a kick-ass job, just making Evo just the best. It's the best Evo it's ever been for me. So that was just awesome. And again, it was an honor, doing some commentary for the game and joining you. Just working and giving you guys these fights. I mean, I love the community, and I just want you guys to keep getting more to enjoy and just like more stuff to celebrate the players.
A wise man once said, fighting games are really great, and individuals such as all these players, and individuals such as yourself, are what make it great. You hear that energy, you hear that passion, and you know that no matter who you are, where you're from, or what you've done before you got to these events, you know it is time to put up or shut up, and all these players have done that, and you can see who gets the last word and the last laugh and the top 4 final, which will be linked in the video description. But for now, it is time we part ways. I hope you guys enjoyed this event. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Windy Man, for recording all this. Thank you, Vortex Gallery, for hosting this at EVO, and thank you, EVO, for having the event to begin with. I am Psychoblue, Conjure the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires. With me today was the legendary Team Khris. It was an honor to finally have you at my side as my commentary partner. Let's do this again sometime.
Likewise, man. Pleasure's mine. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Really enjoyed it, and this was awesome, and all around just great content and more stuff that the FGC deserves to watch. So yeah, always a pleasure, man.
All right, we must disembark. See you guys next time.